Welcome to the Ball Don't Lie podcast.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I was minorly depressed yesterday, but I'm still moderately depressed.
All right, I'm back.
I bet you are. Why do you got a smile on your face? Like you're like what you? We just started the pod. It's been like 30 seconds.
You know why I'm
Ain't
smiling?
much to talk about today, huh? Just really not much going on in the NBA.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It's really not much. Isn't it crazy how nothing happened in the past like few days? Best, ain't that crazy?
It's crazy.
the
Just
whole
Magic losing in the first round. Cavs taking care of business. Nothing too crazy.
The Pistons got bounced. Yeah, so
Rockets fucking destroying the Warriors by 30 at halftime.
Yeah, dude, they're winning by 30.
Yeah, that was wild.
Kept Jimmy
crazy.
single digits.
Losing
Curry had
that
like
bad is
10% field goal percentage. It was crazy.
Who's the guy that weighs 270?
You know, right now the Clippers are playing the Nuggets right now as we speak. By the way, boys.
They're going to Cancun or what?
Already about to be better than the Lakers.
Nah,
right?
they're not on their way to Cancun. Not yet.
They're on their way to
Not
the second round. They can meet you guys there.
I don't know. It looks like they're about to join Cancun with us, as well as the Warriors.
I don't know. Kawhi hooping.
Kawhi has been hooping.
You can't say that about another team in LA though.
This guy, like it's been literally a minute. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate here. By the way, that was artificial intelligence generated, Hassan. Whatever you saw yesterday, that was not a real game. Game 6. Game 6 is tomorrow. Game 6 is tomorrow.
No. Okay, now what you're not gonna do is lie on the team, bro. Okay, you could talk shit all you want, but you're not gonna lie blatantly. I won't stand for it.
I'm lying on a crybaby coach.
Yeah, you lie. You definitely lie about what? About what did he cry about?
Crying about a reporter saying that
crying about that's right.
Yeah, I was watching the game. I'm saying crying about a reporter saying that he should rely on his assistant coaches.
No, because what he asked was disrespectful. How you gonna ask?
Are you
gonna rely on your assistant coaches to handle your rotations? What kind of question is that?
Just say yes and move on.
What do you mean? Say yes? No. What the fuck?
Okay,
that's to take disrespect, bro.
Imagine if someone Hassan goes up to your work and be like, "Oh, you gonna rely on your homies to edit your videos for you?" You'll be just offended.
Yeah,
you say what the fuck?
I'll say yeah. Okay, next question.
Because you're a bitch.
Comment. Just say no comment. This is before the game. You don't need any negative energy going into game 5. They're already saying on the broadcast how frail he was or how not locked in. But
calling him man frail is crazy. I'm not taking that
listening to anything they say on TNT. That's where you went wrong.
Tense. My fault. Tense is their
literally shouldn't talk.
And he was tense, was he not?
That's an entertainment show,
dude. But you say that. Okay, first of all, I can admit JJ's had some mistakes in terms of rotations and stuff, but admitting he's tense or he's getting too aggressive when that's the exact thing that we lacked the entire series is ridiculous because literally from the jump in game 1, we didn't come out with enough energy to play. And then by the time we do, it's too late already. And the people, everyone's fucking gassed because we're not deep enough to play with enough energy the whole game.
It's not a confidence type of tense. It's a tense where he's just annoyed. You can see it through the press conference. You can't have that type of response to start off a game. It's bad energy for the team.
Nah, I think it was the question was stupid. I think
it was a dumb question.
I
agree with you, but for you to come out and give it, it was a dumb response as well.
I don't know. I think he may have gotten. There is a better way to answer it, but at the same time, if the question is stupid, I don't mind him answering that way either.
So what if the reporter asked I don't know, Eric Spoelstra or Steve Kerr, that type of question? Do you think they'll respond like that?
They wouldn't. That's the point.
Exactly, and they're veteran head coaches.
But not every coach. Even when he gonna respond like that. If you ask Pop that question, he'd be like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?"
No, okay. Steve Kerr, he had shitty rotations for a lot of the year. Nobody asked him that.
He has 4 rings.
I'm saying for a lot of this year, he had shitty rotations. There's been times where Curry's had shitty rotations, and that's been a criticism.
In the regular season, where are you right now?
Huh?
I see you guys won 50 games in the regular season. Where are you right now?
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, what does that have to do with the question?
Those rotations are in the regular season. I'm saying that's the regular season. Different in the playoffs.
Okay, but still,
what does that have to do with the question? No, it has nothing to do with the question that reporter asked.
Yeah. My point is, there's times. Okay, there's times where you'll have bad rotations or whatever, but it's no one's gonna go and ask Steve Kerr if he should rely on his assistant coaches to do his subs for him. That's just not something you ask a head coach.
That was a question after you saw him play.
They would never ask any coach that though.
That's played his starters for the whole second half. It's a valid.
Okay, first of all, it's one thing. Okay, they also asked him are they gonna rely on your bench more? But
that's valid too. No,
I guess, but it's just like it's kind of like
not the question I was supposed to
ever done with JJ Redick.
It's like common sense.
You just looking for someone to be mad with JJ Redick. I think like you can criticize the team, and that's all fair because there's a lot to criticize about the team. But like this JJ Redick thing, I'm not saying that he handled the situation perfectly. There's probably a better way to handle it. But to say that, oh my God, how dare he do that at the same time is also ridiculous. Like it's not a story. This is a non-conversation, in my opinion. The answer to the reporter.
Personally, I think it's a conversation because after playing a team, 5 players for 46 minutes or for the second half of a game without a sub, and it's the first time in like the play-by-play era, you should be questioned about
Why don't they ask Tibbs those questions? They never asked him that shit.
He puts in at least one bench player in. JJ didn't put anybody in.
But his overall style, he doesn't do that. JJ did that once.
Who do you want to
say? No one else has ever done it, ever.
Bro, would you rather do that or what Tibbs does and play people 47.5 minutes for the playoffs?
JJ did it one time. Obviously, it's working.
Yeah. Also, it was one game. Like it was one game.
In the East, buddy.
Okay, but
you need help with rotations, like bro. No, he only did it one game.
Series.
He did it once in Minnesota.
One half. He did it one half. That's it.
Okay, but it's never. First off, it's never happened before. It's a crucial game to win.
It has happened before. It has definitely. There's definitely been coaches that have not subbed somebody in second half, and if they have, it's been 5 minutes, which in that case is negligible to the point where I'm like, I'm not tripping about it. I'm sure Tom Thibodeau has done this. It was
the first time in the play-by-play era that a coach has never subbed in a player in the
playoffs
in the second half.
Okay, I'm sure the other ones has been like Tom Thibodeau, 5 minutes for Mitchell Robinson, 5 minutes for some other guy.
It's happened though. He like LeBron's 40 years old. There's no reason to be playing a whole second half. A 40-year-old man.
Dude, it would be one thing if we had a good bench and he's just not playing dudes. Who do you want him to play? Like dead, and it was one half at the same time.
You can get a break. There's no way you can win a game or get any type of momentum at the end of a game with your starters playing that many minutes. There's no way.
Dog, we need them to
it doesn't hurt to try one time. When the fucking Jackson Hayes literally hacks everybody as soon as he touches the court.
If you want to talk about our centers are like borderline, or no, all of them are droppable players. Just letting you know.
So do you agree with what he did?
Backup bigs.
I'm not saying I agree with what he did, but to say that it's like the biggest issue and like it's a whole problem.
I said
no, but you're making it seem like it's really big
issue.
It is an issue. You shouldn't be playing.
No, that's the thing I'm saying. It's not.
No, we're talking about.
I really don't think it's an issue. I don't think it's an issue.
We're talking about the press conference, not like playing them niggas all 24 is an issue. Like I don't agree with it, obviously, and I think that contributed to the L.
Yes.
But I'm saying like when it comes to like the way he handled those questions, like if somebody asks me a dumb question and I'm already annoyed, like I'm just gonna get up and leave. You know what I mean? Like
okay, leave. Don't respond.
He did. Well, he said
something. He's like,
he gave like a short response and he left.
I'm an inexperienced coach. Like, the dude's just doing his job.
Hey, I'm not flying for it because a lot of coaches, dude. Fucking Joe Mazzulla got the craziest quotes of all time, and everyone respects him. So it's like I don't care. I really don't.
Is the difference between a crazy quote and a disrespectful.
He said Kristaps Porzingis got elbowed in the head and started bleeding. He said at least he ain't die out there. Like, come on.
I'd rather have you troll than be disrespectful.
But he's taking the game seriously. That's what you like to see, though. I don't get what.
I'd rather have this energy.
If someone's trying to like nitpick something about me, that I'm trying to like. I'm not trolling though. Like JJ's not trolling, and that guy was trying to bait a response. He was clip farming. I can already feel it.
Yeah, so JJ could have been more respectful, but like him answering that way as well is like I get it too. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, that guy was fishing. The guy who asked him was fishing for.
I don't think that's the right way of going.
He was fishing for like a headline, bro. That's what he was doing.
First year coach, especially I don't mind it, bro. It's not the biggest deal.
I don't know because there's always.
I'm telling you, I like this energy because I'd rather take the good with the bad of JJ Redick.
You'd rather have a salute to them? Like, what would you rather have?
Than Darvin Ham. I'd rather have the good, like, you know what I mean? You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has good and bad with them.
I'm sure, like, Phil Jackson.
If this nigga, if his bad is he gets, like, annoyed or he cares so much that he gets bothered, you know what I mean? At least he fucking, I'm happy that JJ cares that much, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Like,
I'm happy he cares too, but just be respectful to someone asking you a question. Like,
man,
I think he should go harder.
He should be for that dumbass shit.
I think he's a flame on
that. That was like a dumb question though. Like he's just asking him if you're gonna rely on your head.
I think he asked him.
No, but the way he somebody asked me a dumb question, he was trying to base him. He could have been like, "Oh, do you think?" Like he could have said, "Do your assistant coaches help you with rotations?" Or like, "Do you ever ask them for?" He literally said, "Are you gonna rely on them to do them for you?" Like that's straight up. He's trying to say that he doesn't shouldn't be doing
like he can't do it.
Apparently he like
he should get his privileges revoked or something.
Apparently he stormed out of like the questions asked from TNT before the game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, TNT be asking dumbass shit.
That's what I was talking about when he.
You're giving him a take right now, bro. Like, there's you can't just run away from interviews. Like,
you just said get up and leave. Now he can't. Like, come on, pick a side. Bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear.
You got to answer questions for an interview. Every head coach does it. What makes them entitled?
I don't want to talk to Charles Barkley, who's just gonna say that we stink.
Like them, like Reggie Miller and Kevin Harlan.
Oh, he don't watch basketball either.
The TNT crew. I don't know, man. I feel like
the Amazon crew actually like horrendous.
The Amazon crew gonna be lit. That's gonna be real hoops talk.
I don't like it personally.
Them niggas on TNT be having like 3-year-old narratives. You know what I mean? Like they be running with the narratives like 3 years ago.
I'm not talking about Kenny and them, but
I know. I'm just saying like off topic. Like off topic, them niggas be so fucking like they be so late with the shit that they say. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you have like when's the last time you watched? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. I feel like it's just an learning experience for him to be more professional.
They literally only watch the games that are on TNT that they have to commentate on. Like, like I feel like that's the only game they actually watch.
They definitely do only.
Looks like they're right about the Lakers, though. Any your thoughts? Thoughts on the team?
All right. Yeah, team needs
help,
bro.
What they got to do?
No big man is gonna hurt, bro, and it's the worst. I mean, if Rudy Gobert goes out there and give you 20-20, like I mean, you got a big man problem. Like if he's looking like Hakeem out there. And you know what I'll say? I thought, the real issue with the Lakers, and this is the reason why I think me and all of us picked them, is that we just overlooked all the holes on their team. We're like, they have Luka and LeBron. And you said this yourself too, Hassan. You're like, the star player, it doesn't matter if the team's better. You got the star players, you can win. And low-key might have convinced me a little bit because if you look at the actual Lakers team, like besides, like they might have the 2 best players in the series, but then 3 through 10, Minnesota got that by a large margin. You know what I mean? The Lakers can't rely on anybody off the bench. Jackson Hayes just goes out there, hacks, and then gives the Iggy fucking what did I do, even though he clearly fouled somebody. So he's useless. So, the Lakers just need role players. Game 4, they had 4 bench points, and 2 of those came from Maxi Kleber, who was his first game back. So
why is he even playing?
Because we stink. We need help. We need a big. And we just didn't. We just too many holes on this team to win a championship. Like I said, those 5 that we played in whatever game 4, the entire second half, they're good, but you need more than that. You can't just rely on 5 people. And even then we lack size with those 5 people. So it's just tough.
In my opinion too, like it's like Timberwolves were one of our worst matchups outside of OKC.
I don't even think. I think we would have lost to a lot of teams just looking at a roster.
Nah, I think
looking at it now, Omari, we would have got cooked because we can't rely on the bench. If any team goes on a run,
obviously, that's okay. Let me finish my point. Because I'm saying like when I'm judging the team too, especially like I'm judging off how they looked like when they're playing at their best. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, like it's not like this was a series where we saw the Lakers like out there like hooping. You know what I mean? Like going crazy, and it's like. It just wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Like we saw multiple games of Luka being like, okay, you know what I mean? Which is like whether or not he was because he was hobbled or what, you know what I mean? Second, like the role players, like you guys said, like I don't even think it's the fact that our role players are that bad, but it's like they underperformed at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like they're bad. Dude. I mean, they're not that like Gabe. Gabe is still a good player. Like Austin underperformed heavily. You know what I mean? Like DFS was like okay, some games he had a couple good games.
But like
Rudy was hooping, but it's just like even the people that we had, like pretty much everyone. I'm saying is everyone became like not became a playoff dropper, but they playoff dropped. You get me? And I don't think that's necessarily always like we have roster issues, but it's like we could have played like you guys said. We came out with like no energy. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Is like that has nothing to necessarily do with personnel. Like if you guys coming out with no energy, like the reason we was winning all those games earlier in the season when we won that run is because, in my opinion, we were still in that honeymoon phase. Everybody was hype. Every game there was hype. You know what I mean? Like we would come out energy. Everybody was like trying their hardest. You know what I mean? And I don't think besides game 2 we really saw that energy. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's even like a skill issue.
Like if you're,
it's not fake. It's
no.
You have to play hard. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's like. If your whole shtick of why you're winning games is you play hard. It's like that's not gonna last because in the playoffs everybody plays hard. Like you got to have something else. Yeah. You got to be able to adapt and play well and have a well-rounded team.
We didn't play hard at all. That's my point.
I see them play hard.
We didn't play like our defense.
Even when we did play hard, we just didn't have enough. You could tell guys were gassed because we didn't have enough role players. I think the reason Luka played poorly is because there was nobody to really open up the court for him in terms of a lob threat. Like, okay, you can space the floor and kick out the shooters, but I think Luka really thrives when it's that pick and roll and he has someone to throw it up to and can kick it to the corner. We don't have that. Jackson Hayes is literally useless, completely useless on the team. He shouldn't be on this team next year, not even as a backup. Like, that's how bad he is.
I agree. So I agree, and I think that, like, obviously our biggest hole was that center, or like not having a center. But what I'm saying is that, like, I don't think we played to the best of our abilities in the first place.
I don't think we're athletic enough either. We don't have enough. Jared Vanderbilt, for as good as he is defensively, literally cannot finish at all. So he's like fake athletic. We have no.
He's finna put in work.
Or LeBron is a great player. So it's like we need to get more athletic. We need to get more size, and it's not. I don't think an effort thing.
No, I agree. Like I'm not saying we don't have our roster holes.
We look better because we overcame our lack of size with effort, if anything.
I still don't think.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. That's my main point. Is it's like I think that we could have. Not to say we would have blown these bums out. You know what I mean? But I think that. Like, if we would have been firing on better cylinders, you know what I mean? Even offensively, like, we had so many people, like you said, on Game 5, we had 4 bench points. You know what I mean? Like, with people having minutes, with people having open shots, like, they're just not hitting, they're just not playing as good. And if you're not bringing that same effort on the other side, too, like, you're never going to win, like, regardless of the personnel. You know, you have to bring it. And I don't think that they brought that same level of intensity. Like, I don't think they played to the best ability. Like, I think they could have played better and had a better series. Like, they didn't play top notch.
The thing is, too, they're way, like, oversized on us. So it's just hard. Like, you could say you got to bring that intensity, but it's like going out there and actually doing it when everybody got to guard a Julius Randle or gang rebound against Rudy, like, and play 40-plus minutes is tough. Like, especially 40-year-old LeBron.
Really,
say what you will about Luka, like, he's just not in that type of shape to be going 48 minutes like that. Like, we need somebody that, you know, Austin Reeves could do that, but then you got to bench. You know, then he has to go on the bench. He has to do sit down.
Yeah, he had a bad series too. Like even like that, like Reeves, we don't expect him to play that bad. Like him playing on his average could affect. You know what I mean? The outcome. Like all the games were relatively close at certain points. You know what I mean? Like
the main thing I found, guys, was
Austin Reeves averaging 19 in that series would have changed the entire series. You get me? Like that's one person. It's like if we get decent bench production though,
it's not going to change us from losing to winning.
I don't think it changes.
No, but I'm saying I'm saying the certain margins and certain like momentum swings and shit like that too. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's like that situation.
If somebody averages like 4 more points in a series than they did before, like in a close playoff game series, like that doesn't just shift point totals, but it shifts momentums in certain situations. You know what I mean?
Like, I think it's on mainly fourth quarter execution. To be honest, you could be up by 10, 15 the whole time. It got down to the fourth quarter, and
then we would
get Nas Reed, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle would just literally and Gobert in the other game, but just get whatever they want whenever they want. Which, granted, would be more like that's exactly my point. Is if we're gonna play them 47 minutes, and due to the lack of our bench, trying to stop them at all because. Look at their bench. Who's on their bench? They got they got Reese coming off the bench. They got people like that, right?
Alexander Walker,
DiVincenzo. Like, dude, I'm going down there.
DiVincenzo played hella good that series.
I'm not gonna glaze them too much, but dude, their bench players can create offense.
Their entire bench damn near starved for us with Luka.
Let me tell you one thing. Hassan, wait. Hassan, let me say one thing. The fact that we had to like adjust and have like Rui be like basically the third best player on our team. Rui played fantastic this series. Rui was hitting big shots. Rui was trying on granted, but he was hitting for his offensive like output was amazing. I cannot stress that enough. And even then, we need like he would sometimes be a lot of bench scoring from other scenarios. You know what I mean? So that's taken away from the bench. But to play with LeBron, Luka, Reeves, shit like that. So that's also a problem, you know?
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about what you guys are saying is like you're painting your whole bench to be bums, like full on bums that can't.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like how many good players on the bench? Gabe Vincent.
Like they're not that bad. Like I think that they played badly, but they're not as bad as they played. It's my point.
Need, like in order to make a deep playoff push, you still need to make a rotation of at least 7 to 8 guys. and play.
The thing is, our role players, on top of the fact that we don't have many, are redundant. Like I like Gabe Vincent, he's good, but it's like we have 3 ball handlers already, so it's like
but I feel like it's up to the coach to somehow make that work for a 5-minute stint to keep you in the game, and then have LeBron and Luka return in the fourth, or like switch them off so you guys have a chance at winning. But like when you guys make your run early in the fourth and then you're up by like 4 or 6, you know you're not going to win the game because they're already used all of that energy to come back into the game. So then when Anthony Edwards or Naz Reid or DiVincenzo comes in, starts knocking down shots, you guys are already depleted.
Dude, so the problem is with the Timberwolves, it's hard to put like any of the guys out there because like if you look at guys on the bench, Gabe Vincent, we're already undersized. You throw him out there, it's even worse because he's our shortest, smallest player. Like it's not even close. Vanderbilt, he can't do anything on offense. So we play 4-on-5. If he's out there, okay, he's going to help us defensively. And there's been times where he's really aggressive, but it's like he misses layups. They leave him open for threes all the time. So like the role players are flawed. And I understand what you're saying in terms of like just to give us a shot. JJ should have just tried throwing him in for 5 minutes, but I also like at the same time don't blame him because it's like you may throw Jared Vanderbilt for 5 minutes, and the lead may grow even more because he can't score.
You have to try it out at least. You got to see, change it up. This is like
Hassan,
it's just a tough spot to
know that it
won't
work. I'm sure JJ knows
scenario anyway.
No, like
Hassan, if Jared Vanderbilt can't play offense and you put him in to expect to score, it's not going to work.
The team lost in 5 games with LeBron and Luka Doncic. That should never happen. At least make it 6. Like.
We had a Luka game.
If you have like 6 games when you have LeBron James and Luka Doncic, 2 top 10 players in many people's eyes, and getting beat in 5 games, like
LeBron's 40 years old, but like
there needs to be accountability. I agree, Hassan. I agree with what you're saying, though.
But everybody knows too. Like playoffs is super matchup dependent. Like imagine we were. Like imagine with the 7th seed.
Luka when the rest of the team is like not good.
But my point is,
look at Giannis. Like he went off and they fucking got smoked.
Dude,
but it's pushing only won 1 game with those players. Is my whole point.
Look, you won 1 game with Giannis and Dame. The same shit on the East Coast.
Dame barely played and was coming off a huge injury.
Regardless of if you have Luka and LeBron,
it's the Pacers, not even the Timberwolves too.
When it comes to how bad, like. Matchups matter a lot in the playoffs, so it's just like if we go up against a team that's that big with literally not a playable center, it's just like although we have may have the superior 2 best players, you know what I mean? It's just like if there's a hole that big that you literally know that there's no answer for, like you're not gonna win game. You know what I mean? Like that's like an easy thing to coach against. Like
they had Jackson Hayes.
The team didn't try everything they could have.
Yes, I think they did.
They started Jackson Hayes almost every game.
I promise if they played Jackson Hayes in game 5, Gobert would not have 27 and 20. The reason why Gobert was averaging like 4 points and 7 rebounds.
I disagree.
Jackson Hayes played like 6 minutes a game.
Let me finish my point. The reason why Gobert got played off the court because Jackson Hayes and other like schemes were being implemented for him to not be involved. We didn't have Jackson Hayes. We didn't have a real center. Then Gobert feasted in game 5. Check back every other game. Gobert was
he only played like 6 minutes.
Literally garbage.
Gobert was ass the other game. It wasn't Jackson. Like
I'm not saying
nothing to do with Jackson. He played 6 minutes.
I literally said it, but still, Gobert didn't do that before.
I'm not buying this. Jackson Hayes is stopping Gobert bullshit. Like it's not.
I'm saying he could have done something.
When Jackson Hayes played, Gobert was not having 20.
Yeah, but then you're giving up open threes because Jackson Hayes can't rotate out to the perimeter. They would go small with Naz Reid, who can hit open threes. So they just counter Jackson Hayes, who's useless.
Look. Jackson Hayes averaged like 5 minutes a game. Like it literally, and he started those games. So regardless, like Gobert doing bad literally almost has no Jackson Hayes has no impact almost on Gobert not playing good because almost 4 of his 6 minutes a game were probably the first 4 minutes of the game. You know what I mean?
We all agree on the same things of how
Gobert was in those minutes.
Coaching.
Okay, but he also plays like 30 minutes after that and played ass also. Like,
but then he's not involved anymore. Gobert got going. You saw that. You literally saw in the first
1 minute.
In the first 1 minute, you got. I swear, someone told me
Gobert don't get going, bro. He
doesn't get going, bro. He's just
what did he do in the first 2 minutes of the game?
There's no rhythm for Gobert when he just gets open.
It's not a rhythm thing. Yeah, he just get him dunked.
He was getting easy
bro.
He was out
you don't need rhythm to do that.
He had 99%.
Yeah, that's not rhythm. That's not rhythm.
He had, bro. Oh my god.
Tipping in wide open, like when you're a foot taller than everyone else, is not like I'm in rhythm. How many
did he have in the other 4 games? Just answer that without saying.
Bro, he just played like ass. He played like ass, but it wasn't Jackson Hayes. Is my point.
He was not
involved like getting his shit off because Jackson Hayes was not on the court. Like it was just a lack of size.
He never got involved because of that.
Bro, we all agree.
Dude, Jackson Hayes is out here spiking balls like it's volleyball, dude. Like it's not. Why should he be out there? He's literally goaltending plays. He hacks. Like he picked up 3 fouls in one of the games.
Why should he be out there? Gobert had a 30 and 20 game in the playoffs. I'm not gonna sit there and talk like that wasn't a problem. Gobert should not have a 30 and 20 game.
No, you're right. It was a problem, but Jackson Hayes is not the solution. That's all I'm saying.
He's eight. He didn't try. He didn't try.
That's like writing in Sharpie and then using Jackson Hayes as the eraser trying to
because there's other dudes.
That's what I'm saying. Like JJ not putting it. Like he put in Kleber.
He did try.
There's other issues.
4 games was him trying, and he was ass.
He played 4 games.
We're down 3-1. We're down 3-1. He was trying.
He hasn't played a game in like a year.
Kleber, who hasn't played for 50 games.
He tried giving Jackson Hayes run. You guys act like Jackson Hayes didn't play. You just said he played.
I'm not gonna lie. I respect that more than playing Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is terrible. He's a bad basketball.
He should have gave Jackson his 5 minutes. If Jackson did something, good or bad, then you go from there. For 4 minutes,
yeah, bro. Maxi Kleber had half the bench points.
That's great. Put in Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, exactly. Gabe was correct.
I'm not.
You
yelling for putting Jackson Hayes. I can't get with
it. If he did bad in 4 minutes, bench him. But the fact that you didn't play him is crazy.
Dude, he did bad in 5 minutes. Games 1, 2, 3, and 4. How much do you need to see?
Let me check how many minutes Kleber played. I guarantee you, if Hayes played, it would have been better. Let me see. Let me check.
No,
that's why we play Kleber. What is there to lose?
No, he's not going to do anything to go there.
At least he can shoot.
Oh, Jackson Hayes ain't either. Jackson Hayes ain't doing nothing either except fouling.
He's doing more than Kleber. I promise.
He's doing more than Kleber.
He did nothing.
He played 5 minutes against Super Bowl.
Okay, what's wrong with playing him 5 minutes?
Name one impactful play Jackson Hayes made this series.
What's wrong with playing him for 5 minutes? And
just name him. I beg you, one rebound. Send me one clip of a rebound, a block.
But there's a reason. Like
Gobert's already going crazy. You need to find.
There's other because having Jackson Hayes there opens up other shit too. It's not just as simple as like a 1 + 1 = 2. Like it's not just you need Jackson Hayes to stop Gobert, and because we didn't play Jackson Hayes 5 minutes, Gobert had a 30-20.
Jackson Hayes in the series 8 points.
It's
9
because
9 points, 4 points.
Jackson Hayes being on the court hurts other shit, not just the center matchup. Okay, Jackson Hayes being on the court hurts other stuff in the on.
That's all his gameplay was.
He's playing game in game 5 where Rudy Gobert has it going. Play Jackson Hayes for 5 minutes. If he's bad, bench him. But you rather play Maxi Kleber for 4 minutes. He's not going to do anything positive for your roster.
Hey, man, I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to be like, Steve Kerr, just play Quentin Post for 5 minutes, bro. You guys will win. I promise.
Post even hooping.
He plays, yeah.
Yeah, he's better than Jackson Hayes.
He definitely is.
But I'm not buying this shit that Jackson Hayes does anything.
Like, lack of talent.
I'm not buying it, bro. I'm sorry.
Bad decision-making down the stretch, I feel like, for the Lakers. Kind of will put him down.
Yeah. I mean, fatigue plays into decision-making, too. Like, everybody knows, like, real hoopers know. Like when you get down to the end of a game, like and shit, you're tired as fuck. It's so much harder to make decisions. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, how many times LeBron gonna turn a fucking ball over off an inbounds pass this season, bro? Shit is ridiculous.
Bad. That's actually
like how many times is he gonna do that?
That ball be slippery or something, bro.
No.
He was going crazy for like.
He's making bad mistakes.
The ball be slippery, bro. They put sweat on the ball every time.
Mistakes, gang.
They put in the ball. They put in the fucking bro. Okay, like I get that, but another thing that gets me is just like I understand Luka's a bad defender, but it's like, come on, bro.
He's the most blown by defender in the league.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, come on. Like, that's not even. It's not even at the level of being a bad defender. Like, you literally just not trying. You know what I mean?
You know what you're getting when you get him.
I think it's both.
Yeah, but it's like he needs a lock in. He needs a lock in the offseason workouts with Braun. Imagine he comes out like fucking.
No, but it's like
that's what he should do, bro.
I think he could be hidden on defense because he's big enough. But when you don't have a rim protector, it's hard. That's the point. Like,
that's the other reason it works. We had no second level.
You got Gafford and Lively, so it's like if he gets beat, someone's back there to block a shot. Now it's like Dorian Finney-Smith. Fucking good luck, bro.
Yeah, or LeBron like jumping off
LeBron.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you need to target next year is to get centers.
100%.
Help Luka.
We literally win the chip with Mark Williams.
I don't think Luka's getting better at defense, but I think you can like Luka's not a Trae Young level defense where you can't hide him. Like you can hide him on their worst player that just like spots up like a KCP. He could just sit in the corner, but it's like you need other good defenders around him. You can't have 40-year-old LeBron playing all NBA defense as your best defender.
Like AR is a better defender. He shouldn't be. You get me? Like AR is a better defender just because he tries.
Yeah,
like simply just
even though he's
like
small and skinny, he'd be trying.
Like if Luka tried, like if he put effort in, you don't have to be a skillful defender. Like that effort is gonna get you like at least not fucking. It's just like you in basketball, you just gotta make them make two moves. You know what I mean? Like in all reality, like you can't get blown by. Like you have to make them turn to a counter.
Make him pick it
you
up,
have to make them. Yeah, you have to give somebody time to rotate or help. You know what I mean? But if you're getting blown by instantly, we have no rim protector. It's like it's just a recipe for disaster. And we play like the Timberwolves. They shoot a shit ton of Ant shoots a shit ton of threes, but they're like a team full of slashers and paint scorers. You know what I mean? Like
it's a good team built around.
It's like we. It was a horrible matchup for us, but it's also like they exploited it in the best way they could. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they literally would just shit on us in the paint.
Ant
didn't shoot well from three.
The only good matchup would be Golden State, where it's a competitive because you have Draymond playing center.
Nah, we'd be the Lakers, Golden State, Houston,
not
Grizzlies.
Houston, man. You see what Sengun's doing?
Yeah, they
replaced Steven Adams. Though. It's still a different That's still a different team. Like.
I think OKC, they're a better team, but like size-wise, that would be closer because like their size is not like big; it's more like length. You know what I mean? So even though
Adams is a great offensive rebounder,
yeah, but we could we could expose the Rockets much better than like the Wolves are a big ass team. Like
Rockets are big too.
Nah, but they're not nearly as big.
They're bigger in my opinion, honestly.
These niggas got Fred VanVleet on the court,
huh?
And Dylan Brooks. I said they got Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks on the court.
He's a menace.
Brooks got size.
Fred's
6'5". I mean, I guess 6'5". Like,
literally, the only way Sengun scores in the games is from post moves in the playoffs, and he's getting 30 points off straight twos and fouls.
Nah, but honestly, with Mark Williams winning the chip, but we gotta see who we can even.
Bro, what is Mark Williams
if we get Claxton,
is he stupid?
What is he doing trolling? It's because the Lakers didn't want him. Like the Lakers,
we could have used his ass. I don't even blame him. Like.
Yeah, the Lakers are the ones who rejected the trade, so like, I would feel that way too.
Hey, it could have made a difference. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Mark Williams makes the difference.
We'll probably not lose this series.
Yes, he is.
Yes, we are. Yes, he is.
Mark Williams is that much of a difference. We have zero centers. We could play one center.
We don't have one. Yeah, we don't have one center, and we're in games.
And he's good.
We're in games with no centers.
Listen, is this what I sound like? I'm hearing
this is what you said.
Nobody's saying we're winning this chip. Adding Mark Williams doesn't change anything. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, a 15 to 10 center, decent defender.
That's like saying the Warriors, if the Warriors added Nick Claxton, they're just as bad. Is that true, Hassan?
What do you mean?
If you added Nick Claxton, the Warriors, nothing changes.
Yeah, it'll change rotation.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
But
it's not moving the needle to like winning in 5.
I didn't say we're winning the championship. I was saying it changes things. It would make it a lot better.
Dude, the margins of playoff victories are so small. You're not gonna tell me a 15 and 10 center who's a good defender is not gonna do nothing. Like,
well, I think the amount of difference you're thinking will impact is way higher than it is.
I think you're underestimating the fact that we had zero center in a team.
We played a center 5 minutes a game.
Mark Williams, he's not the answer. He's not only.
We had a center. We had a center for 5 minutes a game.
I just said he would have helped us a lot.
Okay,
he would have helped us a lot. You can hide the problems with having one rim protecting center. You can hide a lot of our
issues. Literally glazing Jackson Hayes. Stop, guys. Like, what's up with you? Guy's not fixing it. He could literally be injured in the first 2 minutes.
Oh my god, he played the whole rest of the season.
He played
the whole rest of the season.
He's less active than AD.
Yeah, what's up with you? Like the Lakers lost got this dude going crazy.
Oh my god.
He'll help you
going delirious. Look, dude,
now he's giving up. Now he's giving up.
Because dude, it's one thing. Like I'm not gonna say like. It fixes our entire roster, but like I said, when you have a glaring hole that big in the playoffs, you're gonna get exploited. You know what I mean? Like exploiting holes. That's what the playoffs is all about when it comes to coaching, and that's why you have an entire series so you can do that. It's like they go into the series knowing that we have zero answer. We literally played one center. Like our center minutes was 5 a game. It's just like we could having Mark Williams there for 30 minutes, even if you didn't want to play him the whole game, and you get like Jackson Hayes get a little bit of run in spot minutes. You know what I mean? Like that is much better than having to put Jackson Hayes in his main shit, and then you realize that he's not a starting level fucking center, and he bench him for the rest of the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, but you're not thinking about the possibility of Mark Williams also being benched too for his ineptness against scoring.
No way. He's not, dude. He's like triple the player Jackson Hayes is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
come on, bro. What are we talking about?
He can still get benched. He's not going to play up 30.
Why would he get benched?
There's no reason to get benched. Yeah, he averages 15. Like I said, he's a 15 center. Like what's the reason
he get benched? With Anthony Edwards when he's dunking on him too.
Dude, Jackson,
they have Rudy Gobert out
there. You're not understanding the reason that Jackson Hayes is asked is because he constantly picks up fouls. He goaltends. He doesn't know. He has very low basketball IQ.
The same thing could happen.
He has no coordination.
But you're saying that as if Mark Williams is not a good player, though. You're saying the same thing could happen as if Mark Williams gets shot in the head and loses all his IQ in mid-game. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like he's just going to decide to be Jackson Hayes now.
Is better, but like these same things can happen because he's going up against a superstar player too. Like
no, but it's like now you don't understand.
It's like we get a lob threat.
Why are you?
We get a lob threat.
He can also go to foul trouble too.
Like, okay, obviously, but I'm saying we get a good lob threat.
You guys are thinking that it's just not going to happen.
Second level defender, like we get like that fucking minimizes like a lot of blow by shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the blow bys is because they blow by Luka. And it's a free layup. At least if you have a body there, at least if you can get good rotations, that changes a lot of possessions. Like
okay. How about I say this?
Rebounding,
that's like saying if y'all had prime Klay Thompson versus Buddy Hield currently, it doesn't mean anything because Buddy Hield can still miss shots like Klay Thompson. Like that's the dumbest argument I've ever heard. Like you're saying a worse player is not going to change.
No, it's not. Yeah, like Mark Williams is a better player. That's like saying, oh, well, like why can't he just play like ass? Like anyone can play like ass, but they're good players for a reason. Like they know he's better than Jackson Hayes for a reason.
You guys are thinking that 100% you guys are going to win 3 more games.
No one said this. We just said it'd be a lot better.
I said it'd be a bigger difference.
Calm down. No one said we're
I do think they would win, but it'd still be a big difference. Like
listen, Omari said it.
Because it changes a lot,
which is true. It does.
Yeah.
He doesn't say we win a championship. We're going all the way. He didn't say.
I said, dude, because the margins of playoff victories, I said it's possible because the margins of playoff victories are so small. If you're getting blown by, like,
dude,
like you guys have like all of a sudden all your basketball IQ and context goes out the window.
That's basically what you're saying. Any offseason addition the Lakers make is useless because what's the point? They could foul out in the playoffs.
All I said was I don't think Mark Williams gets the chip.
Mark Williams gives you the possibility of winning.
We agree with you. Nobody said nothing about the chip, bro. What are you guys talking
Omari just said that.
Dude, what is a possibility? Of course, it's a possibility. Like what?
Do you hear that, Pez? Do you hear what he said?
Bro, but
a possibility
it's guaranteed. He said, okay, it changes. It makes
our team better.
Yes,
we don't know. We don't. Maybe we can beat the Timberwolves. Who knows?
Possibility of winning a championship.
I just don't think that
because we had a possibility. We still had a possibility of winning a championship.
Let me hear,
regardless of what we did.
You're saying adding
a really percentage, like
better player doesn't help our chances of winning a championship. Are you going to disagree with that?
That faces a glaring hole too.
Let me say this. Let me tell you what me and Hassan.
It's not even just like a lateral move.
Significantly,
guys. What me and Hassan are saying is the fact that the Lakers lost like this bad. While we're saying the problem is, we get it. Rim protection, center, lob threat, but one player that has those skills is not gonna like fix that. Like it's not gonna like make it like change the whole game, like the game plan, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it will change the entire game plan because now you actually
we had no lob threats.
Okay,
we had no lob threats. Zero.
Like only answer.
You can't run a pick and roll series.
Do
you know how much a lot having? Okay, like
let me speak.
Wait.
The
way we played, we lose in 7 games to the Timberwolves.
Is that not significantly different? If you get to 7 games, you have a chance to win a series.
Let me speak. If you guys had Mark Williams, do you think you would have won the series?
Not this series.
I do. I think it's possible. Yeah.
I don't think. I'm not gonna say for sure, but it's a lot better chance. It definitely could go to 7, and if it goes to 7, anybody could win that.
Like I said, dude. The whole games, the whole series, bro. The whole series, we got drove on. We got out rebounded. We got fucking.
That's all we're saying.
Like, it's just like that's like just dumb. It's just dumb to like
because Mark Williams.
Look, it's dumb to be like, okay, we can't play Jackson Hayes, right? They out rebound us. They drive all on us. Like fucking Gobert has a 30-20. That's dumb to say. Like you add a good center to our team, and it changes nothing.
I never said that.
Like
yes, you did.
That's how you change.
I said Mark Williams. I said it doesn't change anything. He's a better player than Jackson Hayes. Obviously,
that's our point.
You're still
it changes. Okay, and it gives us a better possibility of winning.
Shoot more than you. Like it's a well put team that's better than yours in the playoffs.
Nah, that's not always the case though. Like like I said, if there's a glaring hole, like not having a single center, having Luka and LeBron can't really offset that unless they're going fucking nuclear. You know what I mean? But if there isn't that hole and it's not as easy to exploit, Luka and LeBron have a better chance of offsetting our other deficiencies. But like our defensive deficiencies and stuff like that. But having that big of a goal is one thing to be like, okay, we're not the best defenders or we're not the best this. But if you don't have a single center, like imagine just not having a position. Like that's a big hole. like that's not something that's as easily overcame with some stars.
Pick and rolls with lobs on the court ever.
Yeah, like having, and I was gonna make this analogy too. Like in fighting games, right? There's shits called 50-50s where you gotta guess what they're doing. You know what I mean? That's kind of how pick and rolls work, right? Though, it is this. No, look, that's kind of how pick and rolls work, right? You run a pick and roll. You can, if you have to decide whether to step up. You know what I mean? Like there's the different options. Getting that lob threat is like having a command grab, which is a third option, which bothers me a lot. And it's annoying because it's another thing you have to worry about. And it's harder to play against people that have those more options because you have to be guessing. You have to, you know what I mean? You have to think about more. If Luka has that lob threat, which he's known to have a lot of success with, that's going to change a lot of possessions where we may not have gotten the best shot. Like we had to kick it out or we had to do this because we don't have that. Or Luka couldn't get the same. A lot of times he goes, boom, 1-2, layup. He's not going to do that because fucking we don't even got Jackson Hazen. You know what I mean? Or we don't have a center. We don't have a lob threat.
They missed the playoffs. They end up in a 10 seed. Immediately the season after,
stop LeBron and Luka from going 4 of 18 in the last 2 games of the fourth quarter. What about that? What about the 20% from the field? Like,
they played bad. I'm saying like
to take things off to get you extra possession.
Not going to change like this. Yeah, but we were down 40 points in the fourth quarter. The whole series, guys. We were differential.
We were never down 40 points.
And that also, but also having Mark Williams, dude. Also having Mark Williams makes our depth more. We have more depth, right?
They're all different games and they all change because of one player providing certain things.
I have the stat. We were down like 16.
Dude, obviously the games will change.
We don't play one big game, and that's what decides the series. It doesn't work like that.
Even if you guys, like, I still feel like Anthony Edwards will still attack the basket and get to where he wants to, even if the Mark Williams type of.
It would make it harder, though. Nobody said
it makes it harder. Like if there's no center, is having no center is different than having like a okay center. Like even having an okay center, you can like a
crazy concept to say we get a better player, an upgrade at a position. It makes things more difficult for them and better for us. Like, is that a crazy thing to say? I didn't think we're saying anything too crazy here.
Yeah, like
no, you're not. But Omari is saying that Jackson Hayes could win you. Sorry, Mark Williams can win you 3 more games. It's kind of crazy to me.
It's not just Mark Williams. That's the point. It's what Mark Williams opens up for the entire offense and gives us a little bit more defense on the back end. Like if you're telling me, are we get one person that improves our offense and defense?
I understand.
And I'm not gonna think.
Like
it's not like it's Anthony Davis, bro. That's the problem. It's Mark.
I'm not saying it's Anthony Davis. I never said Mark Williams is the biggest defender.
Saying that as an example, he's not a.
It's not Anthony Davis.
I don't think we're Anthony Davis away from winning the series. I don't think we need a superstar player to beat the Timberwolves.
Like I said, dude, having an okay center is a much easier thing to deal with than not having one at all.
We understand your point.
Okay, then I don't understand why. Like you don't like.
We'll never know that if we had a
we'll never know. I'm saying it gives us the possibility. I have the opinion that we would have.
We'll never better and won. Change anything? Maybe you won another.
I have the opinion that we would have won. We'll never know.
I feel like you would have got injured. What if he gets injured? We're
the
same problem.
What if their players get injured?
Okay.
This is a highly likely injury prone player. He's a highly injury prone player.
You guys are doing dumb hypotheticals. Like
we can't just say, oh, he would have got injured.
Fucking Gabe over here. What if he gets injured? Shut the fuck up. What is this?
He failed the physical.
Yeah, like what?
He failed the physical.
Bro, what if Jay?
Okay, and he played the rest of the year.
Like this is dumb.
And he averaged 16 and 10 the rest of the year after he failed the physical. Okay. So
what if he was playing? What if scenario that we all have doing? What if he played Luka and he caught a lob and he got
injured? What if Anthony Edwards got booked for child support case? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and then got suspended for the rest of the year.
What if Rudy Gobert got deported to France, dude? Like, come on, what are we doing now? We're just digging.
I'm talking like we're talking about a trade that got rescinded in that. You know what I mean? But it's just like we're talking about play on the court. You can't just be like, oh, he's gonna get injured, and then like the whole argument.
Got 40 points in the playoffs. What if he did that?
Yeah, we would have won if we had a 40 point.
Exactly.
Game.
Yeah, you never know. He could have became prime fucking Hakeem Olajuwon that series.
Yeah, because
and we win the championship for the next 2 years.
We don't operate hypotheticals.
Next year. Hopefully, Bronny grows 5 inches taller.
Yo, Bronny could be
Bronny's gonna be a starting point next year.
Bronny could be an answer.
No, we got to talk about Jalen Green. I ain't letting y'all avoid that shit. Talk about the Warriors.
Bronny needs to take Gabe Vincent's spot. No cap. No, I'm not even lying. Not even joking. No cap. It's literally same build, same play style.
Hey, no, are you guys ready to quit on Jalen Green? Are you ready to abandon the fan club?
I'm ready to
Go ahead, Gabe, you go first.
No, what I wanted to say, and I said it in the chat, I will refrain from hyping up this man to the stratosphere because clearly he is not built for these things. He had one great game. Don't get me wrong. He had one amazing playoff game.
Out of body experience.
Literally, yeah. But dog, there's been too much ass before and after that game. So
some Margot Robbie
levels
of ass.
I don't even want to say. You feel me? But like, yeah, I'm gonna have to put the brakes on Jalen Green for now until he proves it to me. Maybe if they beat the Warriors and they go and they beat the Timberwolves. Wait, no, not Timberwolves. No, they're playing Timberwolves, right?
Yeah, if they win.
Yeah, so when Hassan's team loses and the Rockets go play the Timberwolves, then I'll give it to them.
What if they lose? Because they could their best chance to win is Game 7. They got to win.
They've only fumbled 1-3-1 ever, and we know what happened then. So we know odds of them losing are probably lower than.
Hey man, it's gonna be some conversations if y'all blow this though, and I'm gonna.
That'd be nasty.
Also, what are your thoughts on Jalen Green and his lackluster play?
Don't come back on this train because we're leaving you behind.
What did I just say? Did you hear any word I just said?
You're the last passenger. Train to Busan. He's on the train to Busan down here, bro. It's over.
There is no brakes on this train, Gabe. No brakes at all.
Cut me off.
You're either full on or you're off. Damn. I still believe in Jalen Green. He's a young man.
I do too.
Learning experience. This is the perfect thing in life. You need to go through adversity to become the greatest person of yourself, greatest man. I feel like Jalen Green right now, he had one good game. He learned, and the lights were too bright for him. Remember what Jared Allen said a couple years ago? The lights are too bright. Look at him now. Second round, beating the Heat by 50 points. They're learning from their experiences. Let Jalen Green learn from the greatest point guard ever, one of the greatest defenders of our generation, one of the greatest playoff risers, and Jimmy Butler. Let him learn from this experience. Let him learn from this defeat. Come back next year and start hooping again.
Can we mud him?
He's going to be learning next year good in Phoenix after that KD trade goes down because he's definitely – I will say this. If the Rockets do want to make a trade for a superstar, Jalen Green is 1,000% in that trade package because he's the most expendable player on this team.
Become a superstar on another team. I'm saying he still has a package to be a great player. Obviously, you need to learn from your experiences and your L's. I'm not giving up on a young man that showed the potential to be a superstar talent in Game 2 with his 40 points. And I feel like he can continue on to that trend going into next season. He's just going up against a great team, a championship level team, championship contending team.
How did the Glaze come out here? How did the Glaze? Also,
there's no reason that he's not hooping.
Hassan, can you tell me? Can you answer this question? Is Pods playing above his normal, or is he? This is like what Pods does. Can you answer that question?
This is who he is. He's been doing this for the last month.
He's better than Jalen Green. He's still outperforming his averages.
This is crazy.
I think he plays a better role than what Jalen Green is doing.
No, is he better than Jalen Green? Answer the question.
He has to be a star on a team and score over 20-plus points a game. Pod's not asked to do that. Pod's asked to play good defense, hustle.
Who's better, though?
16 to 15 points. And show up in his role as a role player.
Who's better?
Who's better, though? Who's better?
Who's better at their role or as
who's better as a basketball player?
Jalen Green is a better basketball player than Pods.
Now, see, you don't
go back to my first question. Is Pods overperforming or is this normal? Answer that.
This is normal. This is normal for a role player. And a championship level offense is normal. It's like Christian Braun playing for the Denver Nuggets. You expect him to play his role, right?
Let me get this out about the Rockets. I'm not gonna bag on Jalen Green too much because the play does the talking for me. I don't have to say anything. You guys see the real app screenshots, single digit games in that 130-point game. I've been saying this. I just don't think he's never shown me the consistency or even the willingness or even the IQ to be that level of a player. And again, he could still do it. I'm not even gonna say he can't because he's still very young, but I would have hoped to see some type of progression at this point. We see from the real superstars like a Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, in year 4 or 5 of their career, they shown some type of improvement in these areas, and he hasn't to this point. And this is why I just feel like he'll never get to that level of he could be all-star one day, maybe one or two times, but he'll never be that superstar level shooting guard, in my opinion. But shout out to the Rockets, and I think that's the big reason why they might not win the series is because he's not performing. Their real struggle with the Rockets is closing games out. And I think you could tell that with Fred VanVleet chucking up shots in the clutch. He just don't give a shit because they don't have really anybody else to rely on. Everyone else, Şengün is not really, you can get buckets, but you don't rely on him to be like the half-court bucket getter necessarily. So Jalen Green's not, they kind of need him, and he hasn't been showing up. Amen Thompson, great defense. Jabari Smith's having a good series, but I think the lack of closing is hurting the Rockets.
Yeah, I feel like Fred VanVleet could be playing better, but then again,
him too. He's not playing good.
I don't know how good the Warriors really are yet because it's the first round, and this is like kind of like a test round for everybody to see where everyone's at.
And, you guys are versing an inexperienced team.
This guy, but so I don't know how good we really are, but still, Fred VanVleet should be showing up way more than he is right now. Honestly, he showed up for 2 games, and the first 2 games he was kind of trash. So
I also
he should be a better leader.
We shouldn't put the pressure on Fred VanVleet to be like their closer.
Well, no, he's getting paid max money for this.
Oh, come on,
nigga.
Bro.
We know why you come on, man.
They had to pay him. They literally had to give him money, so they didn't like get fined for not giving him money.
Dylan Brooks' contract is fake too.
I don't know, man. I feel like he should be doing a better than what he's been doing so far, though.
But it's like I'm not looking at Fred VanVleet like, yo, take us home, bro. If I'm cooked, if that's my mentality,
it's honestly on Jalen Green. Take us home with like the last 5 minutes. You don't have to have it.
It's on Jalen.
But it's Fred VanVleet. I'm not.
It's on Jalen Green.
Do that, bro. He's 6
Jalen Green's supposed
to
be at that level to at least
average. I mean, he did it with the Raptors.
20 something.
Nah, come on now.
Why
disrespect his nuts?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry is better.
And Pascal too, low key.
No, he showed up in the finals though. This dude was averaging.
I mean, he was good, but he's like a role
he was
player.
hitting, but it's like, he wasn't.
He got to be like.
It's not he was the second
player, not your go-to guy.
A couple threes at the end of games to seal it is what I expect out of Fred VanVleet. Like what he did.
If Fred is the go-to guy, then Jalen Green and Sengun have failed. I'm just saying.
Sengun's the go-to guy, and he's been producing.
Well, but it's like,
but Jalen Green should be the second option.
Did Fred not hit like 9 threes the other game? Like
shot 18.
Yeah,
the thing with centers is like they're go-to guys, but like they're when it comes like they can't take step back mid range. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, go-to as in like you score back to basket and create opportunities for others. Like
that's decision maker. Sure, I will say that.
Yeah, decision making.
But still, it should be Jalen Green taking the last shot, like, honestly, instead of Fred
being benched with 5 minutes left to play.
Yeah. Like I said, he saw his time. He needs to develop a bit more. I feel like you shouldn't judge him off of his first playoff series.
Or his first 4 years in the league, apparently. I shouldn't judge him off that either, clearly.
The team was just terrible. You know, Steven Silas was the coach for 2 years, bro.
I've never seen this much leeway for any player.
Why? The young guy in his first playoff series.
All right, hold up. So y'all got to give Keontae George 5 years before we make judgments about him. If that's the case,
no,
come on, bro, come on. We're doing this for Jalen Green.
Y'all got George is on a team that's in the lottery. Jalen Green is Jalen Green's on the second.
Yeah. Jalen Green's on a playoff team with great players around him, and is literally the worst one on the team.
He was a leading scorer on the second seeded team in the NBA.
That means
barely.
Something. That means something to me.
George, what do you do? Sit games. Play.
If Keontae George had Şengün, Dylan Brooks,
He'd still be
on the Thompson, he would make the playoffs too, buddy.
He'd be on the bench for Fred VanVleet
and
Jordan Clarkson. Yeah, me and Omari are on the wavelength right now. It's crazy.
Come on now, let's not.
Hassan, can I see a question?
Sexton,
can I hop back on the train?
Yeah, they were literally selling games over.
Are you gonna hop on again?
You know I believe.
Right.
You trying to hop on him?
You can come back on the train.
I can come back on. Hell yeah.
Before we leave the station.
Give me Klay Thompson over Jalen Green.
Klay Thompson. You don't even believe that.
No, I do.
Klay Thompson today?
Yeah.
He actually didn't play that bad in the play, didn't he?
He had one good game. You see him all season long?
In a playing game?
It was in the playing game. That's back against the wall hooping. Back against the wall cashing, nigga.
I'm actually glad he's not on the team this year.
Give me Trey Mann over Jalen Green.
Buddy Hield is better than him.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going Trey Mann over.
Buddy this year is good.
I can't do that one.
Dempsey's better than him. All right, who do you think is going to win the series now? Wait,
I did want to ask, who's better, Jalen Green or Austin Reeves? Before we move
on.
I mean,
Jalen Green
right now.
How can you say that, bro? Even Austin Reeves' bad playoff series is better than Jalen Green's series.
Well, Jalen Green did drop 40. 40.
Okay, would you rather have Austin Reeves like 15, 16, 17, or Jalen Green 38, 7, 4, 5?
Shoot, at least he won him a game.
What if Jalen played for the Lakers and he played better?
He also didn't lose in the game.
Hachimura was better than Austin Reeves.
He ain't losing
Austin
games.
Reeves literally has almost better stats in like almost everything besides scoring.
And he's not unplayable.
But I don't think Austin Reeves' ceiling is going to be high.
And the scoring is like a point.
Just imagine Jalen Green as a third option.
I think Jalen Green would cook hard as a third
option.
Nigga,
he is the third option right now.
He is the third.
Well, he's their scoring leader.
You're right, the third option, nigga.
No, Sengun
looking like a third option in the series.
Center's going to guard his center. You got and he's not even the scoring.
He might be the fourth option, low key at this point.
Nah,
for Dylan Brooks from Cash. You seen Dylan Brooks last game?
Way easier looks than Austin Reeves on the
Dylan Brooks couldn't miss.
Yeah, Jalen Green. If he was a third option on the Lakers, he might have like 24.
Yeah,
he might be one of the dudes on the bench at the end of the game.
No,
if he's playing bad.
Yeah.
He gave me Cam Reddish vibes.
Man, who'll give you more effort than Austin Reeves on defense?
Oh hell no! No, he will not. No, he will not.
Bro, you guys probably think
defense, bro.
You guys probably think Bronny's gonna have a better career than Jalen Green. Like,
nah,
don't look. Okay,
I hope so.
I'm not even a Jalen Green hater.
Hard to have, honestly.
Okay. I'm just making jokes. I'm not even Jalen Green. I'm just saying he's playing bad.
It's really not.
Team in the West.
I'm a Jalen Green believer, but I'm a Jalen Green.
Jalen Green,
zero All NBA, zero All Star, zero MVP,
35.
All rookie. He made all rookie, guys.
24.
All rookie.
Nah, he's not 35.
He's top 35 right now.
He's not top 35.
Who?
There's not a lot of people averaging 20.
No, I don't think he's top 35.
When scoring or like
wait. Never mind.
35 is like not that much.
Top 50.
In scoring or players?
Players.
I don't think he's a top. I don't think he's a top.
He's a top.
He's not a top 50 player for sure.
He's top 50.
He's top 50.
Not. I can name 50 players
after
better
the
than
All
right
Stars.
now.
He comes up. After the All-Stars.
I'll do it. Are we doing this?
Just look up. I'm sure there's like some type of power rankings.
You can just go through team by team.
You can go team by team. You'll find out.
Two best players. Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. There's 30 teams. If you can name two players on every team that's better than them, that's already 60 people.
Then you're not gonna be able to do that. So.
Nobody on Portland is better than him.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. Who's counting?
I am.
Do you have a presentation? You have a
Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
2,
Giannis, Jason Tatum, Luka, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna count the obvious ones in my head. So we're on 10. That's 10. Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, Victor Wembanyama, Evan Mobley, Anthony Davis, Cade Cunningham, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Jimmy Butler, Jaylen Brown, Jaren Jackson, Paolo Banchero, Jalen Williams, James Harden, Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, Trae Young, John Morant, Jamal Murray, Bam Adebayo, Darius Garland, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Chet Holmgren, Franz Wagner, Şengün, Siakam, Zubac, Tyrese Maxey, Derek White.
Zubac? No, I'm taking Zubac.
Take Murray out of there too. Murray's a scrub.
He's about to make an All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's 30. He's 30.
Murray's a scrub.
We not questioning Zubac after the season.
Yeah,
Maxey, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Zion Williamson, Scotty Barnes, Tyler Hero, Desmond Bane, LaMelo Ball, Amen Thompson?
Nah.
Draymond Green, Lauri Markkanen. That's 50 already, by the way.
We didn't even say LeBron.
That's 40.
We did say LeBron. He's like one of the first.
I didn't hear it.
I think that's like
I didn't say Jared Allen, Jalen Johnson, Norman Powell, Kristaps Porzingis, Rudy
Gobert, DeMar
DeRozan. That was 50 plus, by the way. That's 50 plus. So
we're getting iffy now.
No, we're not. All those guys I named were better.
We're getting iffy.
Zoo had a better season, but I don't know if he's going to be a better.
Dude, you don't live in this universe if you think that Jalen Green's better than Zubac. You just don't live in the universe that I'm living in.
Yeah, I said he's better this year, but if you go last year, no.
Period.
All right, this year, if you want to go this year, yeah.
But he was good last year.
Compared last year, he might have been better last year, bro.
Right, it's a different. It's like when James Harden and Clint Capella were playing together. Capella's a better player.
No, bro. No, Clint Capella's never this good, bro. Clint Capella never averaged 20 points a game or 17 points a game, even
17 and 10. I think he averaged.
I give it to Zoo.
Though.
Y'all disrespecting Zoo crazy.
Oh, I give it to Zoo.
Okay, 19 points for Jalen Green last year. What did Zoo average last year? He ain't get that close, but
yeah. But Paul George is on the team. It's like team makeup, you know. But
this is Harden's first year, right?
He only played 25 minutes a game.
Almost 50 players. So what?
Yeah, he's Harden's first Clipper year.
We'll give him there around that range.
I'll give him like top 100. He's in the top 100.
Top 75.
It's like top 60. It's like top 55.
I probably have 25 more players over him too. Honestly, I'm looking at some of these guys. I have Levine over him. I have Ingram over him. Kobe White.
Kobe White's not better than him.
Julius Randle's better. Jaden McDaniels is better. Nas Reed is better.
Nas Reed. Okay, stop this conversation.
No, I'm serious.
That's debatable.
Peyton Pritchard. Let's name him too, huh?
No.
Jordan Clarkson.
Bro, I'm looking at a list right now, and Nas Reed is ranked above Jalen Green.
He's not better than him, though.
I think he's better personally.
Dude, he's a role player, and
I would say Jalen Green like in the 90s for me.
Team.
He's in the 90s.
90s.
He averaged 20 on the second team in the East.
I'm not joking. Jalen Green is not that good. There's a ton of players that offer more than him outside of inconsistent scoring.
I'm never gonna say Nas Reed is better than Jalen Green.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with that either.
You think Jalen Green?
What does Jalen Green give you besides inconsistent scoring flashes? What is he
average 20? That's not
your inconsistent scoring flashes is that okay? That's all he gives you. That's all he can give you. He's athletic and can hit shots. That's his fucking entire game.
Yeah,
that has the makings, the bare bone makings of a 30-point per game player.
The makings don't make you a good player. A lot of players have the makings. Andrew Wiggins had the makings of Michael Jordan.
So if you switch Nas Reed and Jalen Green right now, are their
roles are different? I'm saying
Nas Reed. How are you going to compare them and say that he's better?
Because Nas Reed is more consistent, and I know what he provides me on a nightly basis.
Okay, but if you think he's a better player and you can switch him onto a different team.
It's because Nas is a role player, Bez. Nas as a role player.
No, because they're different positions and they play different roles. If you're telling me, okay, the next shooting guard above Jalen Green, I would agree with you. If you take the next shooting guard that's above Jalen Green or in his range, I think that he's better than him. He'd be better.
Nas Reed is like a side character, Bez.
Timberwolves will be a better team.
No, if Jalen Green was on the Timberwolves, that'd be worse for them because they need Nas Reed.
Just get a backup center and then
no. See, that's why I disagree with you because Nas Reed, what he provides them, Jalen Green can't give them that. He can't. He literally cannot. And he's redundant with a lot of the stuff he does.
Yeah, Jalen Green's a scrub.
Bro, he's not a scrub, but I'm telling you, all these guys that I named have more than one attribute outside of scoring. All Jalen Green does is score inconsistently, and he's athletic. That's his entire skill set. He's not a great passer. He's not a great defender. He's not consistent. So you guys yap about Jalen Green 24/7, and all it is potentially. Maybe one day, maybe he can put it together.
40 points in a playoff game and won the team the game.
I know a lot of people that drop 40 points in the playoffs. That doesn't make him good.
Nas Reed dropped 40.
Hey, Nas Reed ain't dropped 8 points in a playoff game.
Did Reeves drop 40? Did Reeves drop 40 in the playoff game?
No.
I
think he did. He dropped like 30 something.
Yeah.
He dropped 30 something.
I dropped like 32. I think he had 32, not 40.
He's gonna show you, man, next year.
No, he won't, bro. No, he won't.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I like Jalen Green. I'm not gonna lie. Look. This is all I'm gonna say. I like Jalen Green, right, as a player. We had the same combo last year, like before this season, and it was supposed to be this season. It was supposed to be this season that we thought he was gonna have 24.
When do you start evaluating what he's done and stop going off potential? That's all I'm asking.
Is he the same player what he was last season?
Yes.
He went from 19 to 20.
All right, new conversation.
Did he get better?
If you believe that, then I can't talk to you.
He's better, but I'm saying it's not that good. Like, it's still not good enough.
He got marginally better.
He gave you contributing points on a team that is now the second seed.
He's up 1 point per game from last year.
The team
same exact.
It's also literally they added
same exact efficiency.
Points are meaningful. They mean something.
That's not his team not better.
I agree. 100% I agree.
That means something.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm not even joking.
How is that dumb? How?
Calling it meaningful points because the team and coaching is better. Now that they're winning, it's meaningful.
He's doing these stats on a bad team. When he does it on a good team, oh man, they don't.
I never even said that he's doing these.
He's just doing the same stats. That's not a point.
That's a good point.
No, I never used that argument.
I'm saying he's just saying he's just doing the same thing.
I gotta find the clips. Huh?
Yeah, you find the clip. First of all, if I use that wasn't my only argument. My other argument is that he does nothing outside of scoring, and it's inconsistent. And he's still inconsistent this year.
Was that his scoring doesn't mean contribute to winning?
No, I know, bro. You can find this. My main argument with him is that he's inconsistent. He'll have 40 points one game and then 6 points the next game. That's always been my main gripe with him. And he's still doing that this year. It doesn't matter that they're winning. They have a better team around him.
So his points are meaningless regardless?
Dude, and you know what's the dumbest argument about that? Because he's oftentimes on the bench when they win games. He gets benched consistently in the fourth quarter.
He's your leading scorer.
That is also true.
Dude, okay, but it doesn't matter if you're the leading scorer. He hasn't improved from this year.
Say he would average one less point.
What seed would they be? They'd still be the second seed?
Wait, say it again. I didn't hear you.
If you took him off the team, what seed would they be?
If you just took him off, he's still a decent player. I'm not saying he's garbage and useless, but if you replace him with like a Colin Sexton, I don't think the team is that much different.
So you think they'd still be a second seed team with Colin Sexton on there?
Yes, 100%.
No
100%.
way.
100%.
Second seed, I'd say like marginal. I don't think they'd be the same, but I agree in the sense that it wouldn't make their team like it wouldn't make the team fall off a cliff.
We'll just end up in circles. I just disagree.
It's because, dude, like my main point is that Jalen Green, like, he averaged 19 last year, he averaged 20 this year. Cool. But it's just like you can't use but you can't use.
They got the third pick last year. Now they're second seed in the West.
Yeah, they had a shitty team.
He's not.
They had a shitty team. Like he averaged 20.
No, he's not a huge part of the reason why. He's actually the smallest part of it.
He's a big part. He's a big part.
Bro, he gets benched in the fourth quarter. How can you say that he's like?
You can't be serious. Do they have a whole new team?
You're not saying
have a whole
anything
different
positive
team.
about
They
his
have a
scoring.
whole dude, Hassan.
The point where he's winning games because
Hassan,
of his
look.
scoring. Just think he's just
Hassan.
terrible. And he's
I didn't say he's terrible, but you guys are overglazing him too.
So what did I say? That's overglazing.
Because you guys are saying I'm gonna let Omari. I'm gonna let you get off what you got to get off. But you say that he's a big reason why they're winning, and how do you say that when he's like consistently the one player that the coach like does not like, that consistently gets benched in the fourth quarter? He consistently is the most inconsistent player on the team. How can you say that he's the biggest reason when literally guys on his team, Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, have taken way bigger jumps this year than him? That's just not true. You can't say that.
Not as important as Jalen Green on that team. Like,
who did you say?
The way that you're putting it is that he gets benched every single fourth quarter.
He doesn't. But Amen Thompson is a more important player than him. Sengun's more important than him. All these guys are Fred VanVleet more important than him.
Is the best player on the team. I'm saying if you
take a big factor.
Not okay. Look, when Jalen Green plays bad, they're terrible. Is this not true? Offensively, they can't get anything.
That's not true.
Dude, have you seen these playoff games? When he's not scoring, nobody's scoring.
When Jalen's not scoring, it's bad.
No, but that's also
he doesn't score enough. When he doesn't score, he does nothing either.
Then Alman is not known for scoring, so you can't say Alman's like that either.
So why is he stepping up? He's just trash. Like, what is the what do I have to say that?
Okay, like 40. That's one game.
But that's
James, easy. Come on, bro. 40 in one game. I'm looking this up just like a shit on y'all.
Okay, my point is
40 in a playoff game.
Like I was gonna say before, like his change from in stats and shit was marginal this year. You know what I mean? They added like 3 vets. Steven Adams. Wait, can I finish? They added Steven Adams, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, and when Thompson took a jump, Sengun took a bit of a jump too. Right? That's 5 integral pieces. Tari Eason's been decent. Like I'm not gonna give him a bunch of credit, but he comes in and plays hard defense. But like that's 5 factors on their team, and then Ime Udoka's a good coach that impacts winning a lot. You know what I mean? That change, and that is much more impactful to how much they won this year than Jalen Green's 1 point.
Would they be like the way that you're framing it? It's like, oh, he just had 1 point, but everything else that
he didn't. No, that's not what I'm saying. His improvement was by 1 point. Right?
Okay, so you're just adding no context to his improvement. Whoa, 1 point. Let me just look at the stats and see that he had 1 more point.
Okay, if he averages the same thing from 1 year to another, but the only things that change from 1 year to another is adding like 5 more players to the team.
Okay, so take them off the roster. What do you think they'll be as a team?
They'll be like
probably like 5th, 6th, maybe.
No. Dude, their offense is incapable.
Okay, obviously, and especially if you just take, like I said, if you take somebody off a whole team and just have a glaring hole, like okay, like they're gonna be worse.
You don't think they'll even be as high as the 7th seed? Is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Jalen Green is not that good, bro. He's giving you from the 7th seed to the 2 seed, bro.
In the West, that was this.
If you replace him with somebody who averages 4 or less points, they're probably like a couple.
Cam Whitmore in there, they're still making the playoffs instead of him.
1 through 8 was literally the last week. We didn't know 1 through 8 for the whole week. You're telling me the Rockets would be in that competition?
Shit up.
Huh?
The Rockets was not part of that group. They locked that shit up. They locked the 2 seed up.
By what? 2 games? They're like 2 games ahead of you guys?
No, that whole week they didn't even have to participate in that shit. They were resting players their last 3
games. They had to play at 1 game.
There were a few games ahead of us.
They had to play the 3rd to last game. I think they had to try the 3rd to last game. I remember.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay, which is my point. 3-game difference. So I'm saying without Jalen Green, they wouldn't be in that conversation of 1 through 8. They'd be where the freaking Kings were.
No, bro. No, they wouldn't be. The Kings weren't even close to them. Jalen Green's not adding 11 wins to your team, bro. Jalen Green's not that good. He's not that good. LeBron wins 11 wins, adds 11 wins to your team, not fucking Jalen Green. Come on, bro.
We averaged 20 on that team, bro.
Dude, can you tell me one thing Jalen Green actually got better at outside of, his points were up? Like, name one actual thing on the basketball court that you see improvement in his game this year outside of his points were up. Nothing.
Decision making. I just said something.
How is this decision making improved?
He takes smarter shots than last year.
Does he? By how much? Yes. If he's getting benched in the 4th quarter, how many smarter shots is he taking? It clearly has. Even if it's improved,
you think he gets benched every single 4th quarter.
Dude, he doesn't. But it happens enough that it happens enough that it happened in a playoff game multiple times in the regular season. Like, this isn't like a one-time thing.
I'm saying it's his first playoff experience.
Dude, star players don't get benched in the 4th quarter. No star player in their career has ever been benched in the 4th quarter ever.
Did I say he's a star?
Yes. Yeah, you've been saying that.
Star potential. I never called him a star.
Okay, okay. So he's never going to be a star then, because no star player that's ever lived up to their potential has ever been benched in the 4th quarter.
Right now, he's not.
I think Tyler Hero got benched in the 4th quarter a lot of times.
He's not a star player.
Before he was an all-star.
Right now, he's not a star player, no. But he has potential to be a star player on the team. And that's showcased throughout this year.
Y'all can keep dying on this hill because my eyes don't lie to me. And that's what I'm going to trust.
All right. Well, I mean, only time will tell. I mean, I'm not going to convince you, and you're not going to convince me that he's not a good player.
And I'm going to win either way because if he pops off, that means the Warriors finna go to Cancun. And if he doesn't, then I get to continue to shit on him. So I win either way.
I don't think this year is going to show.
I'm not saying this year. Yeah, I'm not saying this year.
I'm just saying I'm not going to attribute all of the Rockets wins to like Jalen Green. Or not all of them, obviously, but I'm saying like his whatever improvement he's made. I'm saying he didn't make enough of a jump this year in general to like he didn't make a jump this year. That's my main point.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm just straight shitting on him, but it's like you guys are also overrating him. That's why I'm shitting on him.
What did I say that was overrated to you?
Because you guys are like,
he'd be out the playoffs without him.
You're still saying he has the star potential and like he could potentially be the star player. When I'm saying, bro, he's on the trajectory right now of like, yo, if he could figure out being a quality starter right now, we would take that because that's how bad he is.
A 20-point per game player is a quality starter?
No, but dude, if you're getting benched in the playoffs, you can't be trusted. That's an issue. You can't be a long-term starter on this team if we literally cannot play you in fourth quarters. We can't give you your contract extension that you want. You're not worth the max money. I mean,
you think that's going to continue to happen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then we have nothing to talk about.
Okay, I guess we'll just see. I don't know how many times you have to get benched for you to accept that like it's an issue for him.
Okay, but you're not talking about the games that he's like scoring and not getting benched.
Dude, but
he's getting benched more than he's not.
But that's my problem. The problem is he'll have those big games that he goes crazy, and then the next game he'll forget how to play basketball. That's the problem. That's why I'm saying is the issue. It's not.
Yeah, it happens. I agree with the benching.
It doesn't happen to great players though. It doesn't happen to great players. Devin Booker doesn't get benched in the fourth quarter randomly one game. He doesn't have it.
Even when he was a rookie, that never happened.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like it doesn't happen to the good players. And it's okay. He could be decent.
Years.
So was he?
Devin Booker.
Yeah, but he's never benched, and he wasn't bad enough to be benched.
There's no reason to bench him. He was on a shit team.
And Devin Booker was averaging like 24 in his second season. So like, let's not compare. That's all I'm saying. He's not on the trajectory to be an all NBA level player. He could be an all-star. I still think he has that in him. But like the all NBA shit, like if you compare his career to like a Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, he would have been there by this point if he was on that trajectory. That's all I'm saying. Like it's been 5 years. You would have expected one all-star appearance by now.
This is hate.
Yeah, I just want to be more consistent. Like if he was more consistent,
I'm not hating on the guy. You're straight up hating on him.
Call it hate. I'm just calling it like I see it. If y'all are calling him a potential star player, I'm gonna call it out that it's not.
All right, that's your opinion. We'll just have to see.
I'm gonna continue seeing. That's what's going on.
All right, we can move on to the Clippers game, or who we think they're gonna win. Who's gonna win Game 7? Clippers and Nuggets.
Whoever's at home.
Sunday.
So the Nuggets, right?
The Nuggets got it.
I don't know. Clippers.
Who's at home?
Nuggets.
Yeah, so Nuggets.
I think.
I just think
pretty sure
Game 7, whoever has home court just has the biggest advantage.
I feel like home court doesn't matter as much Game 7 because it's just like all over the place. Hot emotions run high. You don't know who's going to show up. Like it's the last game of the series, and
I trust Denver.
Both teams are in winner go home mentality.
They literally have
like altitude have 7 points.
Like they literally got altitude.
They do have altitude. But I mean, if you're not used to it at this point in the series, then
Harden's going to shoot.
They snagged one. They took one already there. It could happen again. And bro, the reason the Clippers got lost is like a few of their games, other than like the blowout win, like that buzzer beater. And what was the other one? It was like a Kawhi in and out, right?
Yeah, the Kawhi turnover with like 10
turnover.
seconds left.
Yeah, and no miracle dunk attempt by Aaron Gordon, like that didn't go to overtime. That still haunts. It's so crazy that image. Anyway, so I don't know. I think the Clippers. Have this one in Game 7.
Yeah, like it's hard to go up against the greatest player in basketball right now. But I feel like the team.
You're talking about Jamal Murray, right?
yeah, Jamal Murray,
the best Nugget playoff performer.
It's still kind of crazy how this guy's just regular in the regular season, but when playoffs start, he just finds a way to turn it up.
I hate ranking Jamal Murray in anything, bro. I hate it.
Yeah,
no. He does the load management the right way. Everyone needs to learn from him.
Literally,
play mid in the regular season, like play good enough not to become an all-star. You see that Kenyon Martin?
Make sure he gets his time off.
What did he say?
He said that he would not like he'd stop scoring points just so he didn't become an all-star.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did see something like that.
He said he'd have like 15 points or 17 points in the second quarter. He'd tell Jeremy Lamb, like, yeah, I got to stop scoring. I don't want to be an all-star. I like my piece. I'm like, what? You're just going to take your team to stop scoring and
I want to go to Walmart and not get recognized.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Man, get this bum out of here.
Yeah, no, wrong mentality.
No,
I'm jeopardizing millions of dollars so I don't get recognized.
I'm saying got trash comments.
Everyone still knows who he is too. It's just like doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got the Clippers. Clippers winning Game 7. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, better team. Zoo's been hooping. Yep. He's been doing his thing, so I feel like Clippers will take this one.
Harden's gonna have 7 points, 1 for 9 from 3.
Insane cap. Insane.
Haters all around me.
What? I said the Clippers are winning.
I need to hate. I just think the Nuggets.
I literally said the Clippers are winning.
I think Harden's gonna perform.
I'm talking about Omari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you know how Harden likes Game 7s.
Oh yeah, huh?
I think he's gonna drop 50.
Hell
no, he definitely ain't doing that. If anything,
he did it on Philadelphia.
He has more of a chance of having single digits.
Not a Game 7. In Philly, he did quite the opposite in Game 7, actually.
Bro, in Philly, he had 2 40-point games. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was Game 7.
And Joel Embiid never showed up.
Man, he needed to show up for like 2 games. That's all he needed, but he wasn't there.
That nigga's he's done too.
No, he better show up in Game 7 though. There's gonna be some combos had.
Bro,
he showed up today.
Clippers might win this game.
4-7, so we'll see what happens, but it'll be a good one for sure. I
predict Hassan, tweet this later, like to us. I'm predicting James Harden to have an offensive masterclass in Game 7 against the Denver Nuggets. He's literally going to be the game's leading scorer and leading assist man. I'm calling it out right now.
There you go.
Against Jokic is insane. He probably shouldn't even.
Against
Jokic. He's getting 16. He's getting 16.
I know, but I'm saying the leading assist leader. You think
Clippers ain't even winning Game 7, buddy.
They're
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. The niggas not winning, bro.
Clippers will win Game 7.
It's going to be an absolute disaster class from the Nuggets, bro. They're all going to be shit. Watch.
Why would what would make you think that?
I talked to them. I talked to them personally, Omari. Trust me. I was FaceTiming. Omari, I was FaceTiming Mike Malone. He told me what's gonna happen because he's not coach anymore.
One man can't win Game 7 unless you go for. He needs Jamal Murray to go for 40 for him to win. This dude had like
Jamal Murray has a better chance. I would give Jamal Murray a better chance of having 40 than James Harden.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, I agree.
He only had one good game.
Okay, but it's Game 7. I'm taking Jamal Murray in a Game 7 1,000 times.
I'm never, ever taking Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is a better playoff performer than James.
He's a better player. He's a better playoff performer.
We're not acting like James Harden averaged like 26 in the playoffs, right? Like career.
This is just a myth, bro.
Like, what are we doing?
You want me to pull up the stats and show you that
it's still. You know what? You want to know? You want to pull up the stats of how many games he had more turnovers than field goal made?
Oh, yeah. You just want to pull one thing that you saw on Twitter today.
Yeah, of course. I've seen it online because that's an insane stat. Who else? Name one good player. Name one good player who has that also. Who's even close?
I'm not going to say that he hasn't had bad playoff performances, but you're going to tell me Jamal Murray's a better playoff performer than a guy who's playing 16 years in the playoffs?
Yes,
no,
he has a ring.
Stop, guys. Because of Jokic.
Yes, and he has Nikola Jokic as his
He was
teammate.
a big part of that.
Look, dude, it's not even all about total stats.
He had Russell Westbrook twice. He had Joel Embiid.
It's not even about total stats. It's about moments too.
Westbrook. You're going to say Westbrook.
Twice. You said about him in 2 years. 3 times actually, and Kawhi.
Positive thing you said
he
about
played
him
with Hall of Famers in not one ring.
Hustle, say that again.
He had triple double with turnovers in a Game 7.
Thing you said in 2 years about Westbrook, bring it up as a debate for James Harden.
Dude, the point is, it's just like it's not even like a myth that James Harden has not even his bad playoff performances, but he has terrible performances in big games.
9 points, 27% from the field.
Is my point.
He's had a lot of those, and it's not like it's like a non thing. Like it's not like not a thing.
All right, here. Let me.
Dude, the second to last game of the series. Hey, I'm gonna read you some James Harden class
40-point games against the Celtics. Hassan, 2 40-point games.
Let me read you his averages from his.
Oh, don't read me his averages. Game 5 versus the Dallas Mavericks. 7 points, 16% from the field.
I'm addressing Omari saying that Jamal Murray is a better playoff performer than James Harden. This is completely false. You can choose,
dude, because it's not just about total stats, dude. It's just like if you shit the bed in moments.
No, but averages don't matter, dude.
It doesn't, dude. Yeah, average doesn't matter. If you
score 40 one game and 0 the next game, that's worse than scoring 20 both games, even though it's the same average.
Yeah, but the point is like he shouldn't have. He should not have.
Jamal Murray's a better playoff performer than James Harden.
But using averages is not a valid argument.
I want to see who has more single-digit games.
A bigger
percentage. How about that? A bigger percentage. A bigger percentage of single-digit games.
Omari,
a better percentage. How about that? Percentage. Do it by percentage.
16 seasons straight in the playoffs. Who made it?
Percentage.
Do it, Omari. I got you.
He's been in the playoffs every year, Omari. He's been in the playoffs every year.
Okay.
Well, we're talking
percentage of games.
We're talking about when he gets there.
He lives in the playoffs.
Yeah, I can tell you what he's average when he gets there.
All right. I'm counting right now. Jamal Murray, 1 single-digit performance in the last 25 games. James Harden's had 3.
Okay, but what was Jamal Murray average in the playoffs? Please tell me that for his career.
Last 25 games. Let's see that.
Let me look it up.
Okay, hold on. Oh my God, dude! If he averages more than James Harden,
he might. I'm about to say, like, considering the last few years and shit, he might actually average more.
Jamal Murray averages 24. James Harden 22 in the playoffs.
No, you're not counting his Houston days. There's an 09.
No, I am counting his Houston days. He averages more points in the playoffs than James Harden.
Houston days and on.
Yes.
As a rookie, he averaged 7 points in the playoffs as a rookie.
Now he's taking years out. Okay.
So yeah, Jamal Murray's just
7 points as a rookie.
Jamal's
Why are you counting that?
Why are we counting that?
Can I take out Jamal's
how about we take out Jamal Murray's first season?
Can I take out Jamal's first year in the playoffs? He was young. He was a baby. He was second year.
Go ahead, take him out.
He still averaged more.
He averaged 21 at 19, 2018, 19, 21, 26.
Dog, trying to go band for band with Jamal Murray in the
James
playoffs
Harden.
is such a niche target because
26,
Jamal Murray
26,
for a select amount of time turns into Kobe Bryant.
Dude, that's what, dude,
because Jamal Murray's stupid. He becomes Kobe for like a week. That's what he does.
Okay, and if you do that in the playoffs, you're a playoff riser and you're a better playoff.
Jamal Murray,
is that not the case?
I took out all the OKC days. It's still 25 to 24 points. He's averaging one more point than him.
Jamal Murray's best playoff season is not as comparable to what James Harden's best playoff season.
No, Jamal Murray's best playoff run is better than James Harden's best.
And we're talking. And first off, we're talking about right now.
It is not.
We're also talking about right now.
Jamal Murray's better. He has a chance.
There's no point. There's no point.
I'm telling you,
we're also talking about right now, dude. There's no point in talking about 2018 James Harden
playoff runs.
Bez, what's the sample size you're using for them?
2018
Is it like 25 for Jamal, like 70 for James? What are you doing?
No,
I'm saying we're talking about right now. There's no point.
James Harden entire career playoffs and Jamal Murray entire career playoffs. Then I did James Harden only after OKC playoffs.
Use the context. You can do James Harden Houston years versus Jamal Murray's Denver years.
Why are we nitpicking for him? Why are we selecting him?
He had 7 points.
We're talking about right now.
Right now. Go ahead. We can do it right now.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about who's better in the playoffs right now. I'm saying that I'll give Jamal Murray a better chance of dropping 40 than James Harden.
Yes.
That was my original claim, right? And you're over here talking about 2018 Harden. Like, that has nothing to do. I don't care what he did in
Rocket years. He's not that person anymore. He's not that player anymore.
Yeah, he's not Rocket. If it was 2018 Harden, then I'll give it to him.
Can I speak? My argument is that you said Jamal Murray is a better playoff player than James Harden, which is completely false.
Okay, obviously, I mean, right now, I'm giving it to Jamal Murray.
Right now, you said his career.
I literally said
that's my point. That's what I'm attacking.
I never said his entire playoff career is better.
Hey, did he not say that, Gabe?
That's why we went down.
I said he's a better playoff performer right now. We had our whole argument, our entire argument was about. I said that I give Jamal Murray a better chance of dropping 40 right now than James Harden, and that's how the whole argument started.
I think he said
that is how the argument started.
Overall, I think he said in a game 7. Like,
yeah,
I said you know how he likes game 7s, in that he has bad games.
That too. In a game 7, I'm taking Jamal Murray as well.
That's my point.
You said
are the lines out for Harden and
like? Am I taking? I would obviously take. I'm taking 2018 James Harden just off skill. Like, obviously, right now I'm taking Jamal Murray. Like,
so you don't believe that he's a better playoff performer than James Harden?
No,
I think
he is.
No, but I think that James Harden has a much bigger. He has a much bigger chance of having a fucking 7-point game than Jamal Murray does.
That's fair. You can say that. I don't
7's
agree.
Crazy.
But
my point was
it's not okay. Okay, maybe not 7, but he's gonna shoot a fucking.
Yeah,
he's gonna shoot a March tour date. He has a big chance of shooting a March tour date. How about that?
I can understand where you're coming from that point.
God, the only reason this debate even gets sparked is because Jamal Murray's a phenom in the play. I really don't like this though.
That's the point. We're putting a playoff riser versus a playoff drop. Not a full playoff.
Not a dropper.
He has games. Okay, but he has games. No, okay. Look, the reason I say he's a playoff dropper is because if you're a superstar, you honestly shouldn't be allowed. You shouldn't be allowed to have 3 for 19s. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. If you average 36 points, if you average 36 points in the regular season, you should never go like 3 for 19. Like that's crazy.
I just don't like where you're not respecting him giving you 30 for 5 other
because
games. Because game. You want to just
I'm taking consistency every time. I'll take 3 less points in consistency.
That's why I'm not a Jalen Green fan. That's exactly the reason why I don't like Jalen Green.
It's bad because that alone can lose you a whole game.
Yeah, that literally can lose you a game. If your best player can score 7 points, you have like 0 hope of winning that game.
I just don't like that argument. If he's giving you 31 for a series and then loses to like a freaking Golden State team, you're going to blame him for the loss?
I'm not even talking about his Golden State losses. I'm saying that he has too many games. He has too many really bad games. Is my issue.
Well, you could blame him for the losses, like against Golden State, when you have 10 turnovers. You could blame him for that.
Because when you're a superstar, we expect you to have good games. Like
Jamal Murray's never been a number 1.
It's like that's the expectation. You're the number 1.
He never had it on his shoulders like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like he can't. No. Be honest. Is he carrying the team? Like realistically, he doesn't. That's Jokic's job. He's there to like sauce up and look crazy. Harden had to carry.
But any dude,
Harden's been bad. Even
majority of superstars
do what Jamal Murray
does. He carried that bum and beat
in the playoffs.
Series.
No,
majority of superstars in the playoffs.
Did he not have 2 40-point games?
Outside
Tatum. When he had that game 7, Embiid was playing. When he had that terrible game 7, he had Embiid and everything.
But what about the other 2 games?
He's not supposed to carry. The MVP was on his team. The MVP was on.
You guys got to stop doing that shit. Whenever I bring up a guy playing poorly like Jalen Green or James Harden, what about he had 40 this game? Nobody's saying he never plays well. It's the fact that he can have a 40-point game and then a 5-point game.
On the bad games.
Not that he never plays well.
Give him any credit.
Because dude, that's the expectation. Like if you're the first option, look, if you're the first option and you're a superstar, that's the expectation. You're supposed to go out and play good every game.
Joel has no expectations to be good at basketball. Is that what you're saying?
Why not target Joel?
So he also has an expectation.
About a player when they play bad because they scored 40 the game before. I can never talk bad about them.
Joel Embiid's failures for that.
Of course, we're not talking about Embiid right now.
You always blame James Harden.
We're talking about James Harden. We're talking about James Harden. About him.
He's older.
It's not his fault. He's not the number 1 guy on that team.
40-point games and winning you 2 series.
You guys get
off. I'm not even talking about wins and losses. I'm not even talking about wins and losses.
They're talking about the single.
He has too many. Yeah, he has too many really bad games. Regardless of if he's the first option, regardless of the second option, regardless if he's the third option on the fucking Nets. He has too many bad games. And when you're a superstar, you're expected to not. You can have a little off game. Luka's off game is still 19. James Harden's off game is 7.
He gets blown by 60 times in one game.
Okay, so does James Harden back then too. We're not going to do that.
No, it's not as bad as Luka.
Not as bad.
Well, James Harden fucking gives the ball to the other team 11 times. Okay, so like
literally that too.
He literally has the most turnovers in NBA history, like 3 of them.
But he's played 16 seasons.
So, dude, but like
I'm just saying, like he does bad stuff too. Like it happens.
Like Harden, the reason I would have taken Jamal is because I trust that Jamal won't give me like that abysmal of a performance. He may not have a fucking, you know what I mean? He may not average 30, but he's not going to give me like a fucking just not even be out there type of game. Like,
well, I mean, James Harden's going to impact the game even if he's not scoring though.
But it could be
it gets to a point. Yeah, he's had so many games where it gets to a point where
he has the ball so much in his hands that if he's having a bad game, you could feel it way more than if Jamal Murray's having a bad game. Because if Jamal Murray's having a bad game, he's missing shots.
He's missing some
James Harden's turning the ball over. Like he's the one running the offense. So if he bricks a shot in the first 5 seconds of the shot clock, the possession's over. That's it. Jamal Murray's like taking shots, in the flow of the offense. So it's not as noticeable. That's the whole problem. Like James Harden, his bad games are way more noticeable because he's the engine of the team. So he can't afford to have a bad game because he is the whole offense. Like he runs the offense.
I can see that. Well, he has Jokic to carry his flaws for him.
Yeah, Nuggets in 7. Let's talk about the Bucks, the last team.
Oh, the Clippers better not win. Clippers better not win tomorrow.
I mean, okay, I'm not Nuggets.
Yeah, they better not. Huss, tell him right now.
You gonna make like I don't care.
You don't want to be in the group chat. You don't want to be in the group chat on Sunday.
Yeah, if Harden goes out there, if Harden goes out there and has 45 or something, or like 30 and plays well, I'm gonna be like, good for him, nice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
See, you still think he could? You think he could do it?
No Harden, bro. It's just.
I'm saying my only point. Like, I sound like I hate Harden that way. It's just like
you do hate him.
He has a higher chance. Is my only point.
Give me a percent. Give me an out of 10. Give me an out of 10. I want a rating.
What?
Like, what are the out of what? Like, Murray has like what, a 70% chance, a 50%. Harden's got like a 0.
Of shitting the bed or playing well.
Oh, you get like 35 plus. Give me the percentage. I want to know where your head's at.
Percentage. That's different.
Because this is purely subjective.
Yeah, because Harden has a much bigger green light, so it's like the chance. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Jamal got like a 10% chance of having a bad game. Harden got like a
that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Is that like Harden has a bigger chance of having a better game, but he has a bigger chance of having a worse game.
Exactly.
So the edges are higher because he's more important. I get you.
Like I said, if Jamal has a bad game, it's not as noticeable because he's just probably missing shots. If Harden's having a bad game, like he's probably turning the ball over, missing shots.
And then plus his history in Game 7s, I'm not rolling like, you know what I mean?
Oh, now we're going to bring up history. When I bring up the positive history, I'm saying this
because you bring it up fucking his entire averages, like.
Yeah, you're bringing up history.
Because, dude, like bringing up history in certain games and certain spots is different than just being like, oh, he averages 25 in the playoffs. He's the rest. You know what I mean? Like
context, bro. There's context.
Bro, I'm crying.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you bring up season or entire playoff stats, that's more devoid of context than Game 7s and pointing in Game 7s how he's played.
Even looking at this, I'm looking at their game logs right now. The one time Jamal Murray had single-digit points, he had 13 rebounds. Like, James Harden is not going to do that if he has single-digit points.
He might have like 10 assists, maybe, but
he'll have like 12 assists.
And he hasn't, though. I'm looking 8 points, 7 assists, 23%. Then this 9-point game, 7 assists. So
did they get blown out and he has to sit down? Because that's also like a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, he sat in the fourth yesterday or 2 days ago.
That wasn't even the game. He scored 11 that game. So, I mean, that was bad, but he's had worse games.
Yeah, we just did single digit. We didn't even do like sub 15.
Right.
You know what I mean?
James Harden will show up Game 7.
I agree.
And if he do, he cooked them. I'm gonna be like, damn, that nigga cooking.
Well, but if he doesn't,
like, my fault. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, that nigga sucks.
Not showing up for another Game 7.
Once again, I'm gonna be like, once again. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm gonna go by the outcome. If he shits the bed, I'm gonna be like, okay.
I'm gonna
make
a graphic.
He shit the bed.
I'm gonna make a graphic.
If he cooks, I'm gonna be like, damn, he cooked.
I'm gonna make a graphic for Sunday, bro. Make a graphic.
I'm gonna say my fault.
Yeah, we're not yes men over here, bro. We're not just gonna glaze him regardless.
I'm gonna do a graphic of me, you, Kawhi, and Harden, and like standing next to each other for Sunday. I'm gonna make that watch.
Like, you know, I don't like you see me over this year. We even in the group chat. I'm like, if Harden's cooking, I'm like, damn, this nigga's cooking. Like,
that's true.
Yeah, you have to force.
But it's like,
you guys a believer this year.
No, you want us to hate. It's because you overly glazed your.
The only time I actually hated Harden was when he was on Houston and niggas had to play defense like this. That's the only time I actually hated Harden.
That's literally a skill. You'll never see that.
No, it's not.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
We're not having this conversation.
We're not glaze Harden, bro.
Because that's the hill I'm willing to die on.
Notice
that's the hill I'm willing to die on. I'm literally arguing
about Jalen Brunson and his flopping this playoff.
I don't like it either. I don't fuck with it either. I don't fuck with it either.
No, but when it's James Harden, you'll go out of your way to say something.
Because he was doing it so bad. Because that's not, dude. He wasn't flopping. He's not flopping. It's a whole different. I get that it's a skill because you learned how to do it, but it's still exploiting the fucking refs. You know what I mean? Like, it's exploiting the people. That's why they started calling those offensive fouls. They had to change the rules because the nigga was cheating.
One player hit another player doing the same thing.
No, I don't like foul, dude. I don't like the huge foul baiters either. Like, fucking. But that was like a whole nother level. He took it to another level. That's why they're not changing the rules for Brunson and fucking same way they had to change the rule for D Wade in the jumping shit or whoever they changed it for. I'm pretty sure it was Wade. But yeah, the pump faking, like, you can't just jump into a nigga because it's not fair. Like, it's a skill and you can learn how to do it real nice.
Never left, but it was
Trae
Young that they took it out for. But
nah, there's no way. It was way earlier than that.
They traded one rule for the CP one where he goes in front of you and like stops moving. They changed that. That was bad.
They still call it too.
They called the offensive on Cade the other day. He did it. Cade like went in front of.
How you do it?
Yeah, it doesn't
matter. Like throw your body.
You can't. Yeah, you can't throw yourself, but
jump up.
You can still bait them into it.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah. But regardless, like I'm saying, like I said, with the pump fake and jumping into a nigga, it was a skill. Like you learn how to do it, and you can be really good at it. but they changed the rule because it's exploitation.
Okay, you get me? You're not going to give us some respect to that?
No.
Okay. I mean, we disagree then.
Because they're exploiting the rule for a reason. That's why they have to be like, okay, like let's change this. Like,
yeah, and it takes a certain level. It only takes a certain level of skill to do it.
It's not. I don't know
people can do it, which makes it a skill.
Who's the next team?
I'm not saying it's not a skill, but it's still like exploiting the rules.
Let's move on. We have Cavs Pacers second round. Who do you think's winning that series?
We didn't even talk about the Bucks.
We can talk about them after.
How are we going to talk about them after?
Yeah, we can talk about how they lost. We can talk about the Bucks first, because they lost.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much to say. Them niggas stink.
Did you see the stat? I think you guys both saw it. I think you guys saw it. It was like Giannis has won 2 playoff games in like 3 years or some shit or something.
He's been injured a lot.
Yeah, but I mean,
fuck Tyrese dad. Fuck out of here.
That was crazy. Got banned.
That's the only thing that really matters about this game. Yeah, he got banned from the. Yeah, he's dumb. It was his fault though. I agree with
100%.
Tyrese and them. Yeah, like that was.
Bro, did you see what he said? He's like, I wasn't staring at him. I was staring through him. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Get out of here.
And then he said after that he loved them. Like, it's hilarious.
It was just
dumb. That was an L moment. 100%.
And Giannis, I saw that whole interview. He's like, I didn't know that was Tyrese's dad. I thought a random fan just came up to me and started mean mugging me. I'm like, bro, I would have.
He said he noticed after.
Like, if that was me and I didn't know that was like one of the players' fathers, I would have actually like swung on that.
Pushed him at least, yeah. Get out of my face.
That is crazy. Yeah, that was insane. Like imagine after loot, like this is their lives. Like, you know what I mean? Them niggas be crying emotional after game. Imagine the niggas walking into your face like that and screaming like, dude, you literally fucking get disintegrated. Like
they were saying this is the gorilla versus the one human, and you just see
Giannis literally, dude. Fucking Giannis could have said, fucking pick this nigga up, like you literally, like he could have picked that nigga up by his fucking ball dome, dude. Like he could have, honestly. You see how that nigga's muscles was looking too? That nigga was mad.
He literally could palm his head and just pull.
Literally, he literally fucking. What's the great Kali move? The vice grip. Nigga said. He had that nigga look like Rey Mysterio, blood coming out.
Any normal human looks so tiny compared to Giannis, bro. It's crazy.
Literally, dude.
It's funny how Giannis like checks people. Checks him like an old dad. The bed after and holding them by his head.
And that was funny. I still want to know what like was said that changed the shit so crazy. Like,
do we know what he said? Do we know what he said?
Yeah. Nah, I haven't seen it.
What I'm assuming is like maybe he was talking too much or talking crazy during the game and checked him after. That's what I think what happened.
Giannis got to leave, Loki. I'm tired of seeing him lose over there.
No, it's over. Yeah. It's over, bro.
Nah, he's out. He's out. He's gone.
I don't care where he goes. Just get out of there, bro. Like, I don't care. I
literally have none of their picks. Dame Lillard's out for another year. Like, you have Kyle Kuzma's on the team. To give you 0 points.
You don't owe that franchise shit anymore. You got him a ring. You can dip. I don't care. Just leave.
Yeah, it's back. It's
back. Doc Rivers and Darvin coaching your team. Oh, we're gonna win this series, no doubt in my mind. Next thing you know, they lose 3.
Bro, Doc's face.
He said, "I'm taking the series seriously now." Down 0-2.
Did you see Doc's face when he gave up 7 points in like 30 seconds? He was like,
"Yeah."
He was about to cry.
You're relying on Gary Trent Jr. to give you 30 points.
That was the biggest choke job I've ever seen in an NBA game. By the way, literally Gary Trent Jr. just throwing the ball out of bounds. Like,
and then KPJ shooting a shot instead of giving it to Giannis in a mismatch scenario too.
What do you guys?
It's like they were trying to lose the game. I swear they tanked the game on purpose. Like, there's no other way to explain what happened.
Yeah.
Giannis is gone, bro. He's going to a big market.
For you to stay there. Yeah, go to a bigger market. You guys got to win a championship. They have no assets to help you win another championship anytime soon. Like, you're just wasting your prime there, especially when you're averaging 30 year after year after year, coming to the playoffs, average 30, gives you 15. Your best player is Gary Trent Jr. Like, I don't even have to explain that.
Yeah. Your second best player in the series being Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah.
Not the series, I guess, but
bro, Kyle Kuzma giving you 0 points in a playoff game. That's a max player.
That's bad.
He gave you a Tony Snell game, going back to the past for Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think in our end of season, playoff review, I think I'm downgrading Kyle Kuzma on my list of players.
You think?
I know I've been.
You think?
I know I've been one of his supporters over the years, but after this run, I think I have to. Denounce my fellowship to Kyle Kuzma because
I didn't
you can't be doing in the playoffs.
I didn't know that the Bucks would get team diff that badly, dude. I was kind of like sad.
Yeah,
I was just watching.
No Dame. I think fully healthy, they had a better chance, but
I mean,
I didn't expect Kyle Kuzma to be that bad either.
And Kyle Kuzma being that bad is crazy, bro. Atrocious.
I did expect. Well, honestly, this bad. No, this is
like I'm about to say no one expects it. Even if you expect him to be bad, you don't expect him to be fucking.
But like, I did expect. I didn't like them trading for Kyle Kuzma in the first place because it's like you're relying on him to basically save your season. He's not going to move the needle.
I don't know about saving, but you needed a decent third. Like if he's playing to the best of his ability, he's a decent third option. But I don't know what it.
Where did that best of the ability go?
I don't know. I don't know where it went. I don't know. It left. He averaged 22 a year ago. I don't understand. Like
I don't get, bro. Wizards,
bro, it still counts. If you average 22 and you're the only nigga they game plan for, and then you go to a team and you're a third option where you only, I guess you had a better green light, but you have better looks. You should have better looks.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they was.
You should be able to be more efficient if you're a good player.
You don't use that argument for superstar player or star players.
No, he's a role player. He's a role player. I expect him to at least
more opportunity. That's why
I expect him to have at least 15, 17. You know what I mean? Like
he had nowhere even near that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He had nowhere close
for Kuzma, bro.
No, it's bro, he averaged 17. So many. He's averaged 17.
Just get to
what did he average on the Lakers as a third option?
Like 13 points.
And like 7
as a third option. Oh, for the season, there. Yeah, I mean, you probably have to do like more contextual stats, like second half.
I don't think he's a good third option personally. I think the reason that he
has the potential to be, but I'm saying he plays like ass. Like,
no, not anymore. He's done.
Okay, had the potential. Yeah, I gave up. So he had the potential.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, same.
Because he's fucking like 30 now. Like it's over.
Yeah, he had the potential to be a decent third, like a, you know what I mean? Max, like, I'm not gonna say it could have been Chris Bosh.
He's not,
but
30,
like,
but he's old.
You know what I mean? He could have been a decent third option. Like,
yeah,
not anymore.
But he could have been like injured Chris Bosh and injured Kevin Love level of production. You get me? Like when they're out there hobbling, but they still give you like 15 some.
Yeah, but team would
and that's being generous. And that's being generous for Kuzma too, right? Omari?
Yeah, where do you want to see him go?
Bro,
who? The Lakers. Giannis, Lakers.
I hope. Obviously, that's not happening. But
imagine Luka and Giannis, dude. That would actually be like super unfair.
It's not.
Would you trade LeBron James to get
Giannis?
Yes.
Oh, if I'm the Lakers, yeah. If I'm the Lakers, yeah, I would do it.
The fuck?
I would have done that yesterday.
The Bucks wouldn't take that though.
I would have done that yesterday. Hassan, I would have traded him mid-game in the playoffs. By the way.
Yeah, like as much as I love LeBron, like why would you not like getting fucking Giannis?
I would have traded LeBron for Luka.
40. I would have traded LeBron for Luka as well. I would have loved to have Davis and Luka on one team. I'll tell you right now.
That would definitely fit. That would fit better for this season. That would fit better for this season. But if if we would have got Mark Williams, you know what I mean, or a better center.
Let's not go back to that.
Then it's different. Yeah. Okay, a center. I'm saying if we had a center, that would be a little bit different. You know what I mean? That's all. That's in. I
want to see Giannis go to OKC.
Oh man, I'm not watching NBA.
That would be insane.
Oh.
SGA, I want somebody to do it. SGA.
They do have the picks to do it too. It's crazy.
SGA.
So
but they're not a big market. I don't think he wants to go to Oklahoma.
If they don't make it if they don't win the championship, or let's say not make it to the finals, is that like a failure for the season? And you just trade your
OKC?
Yeah.
They got to make it to Western Conference at least, and it's got to be a close series. Like
that's
the minimum.
There's no way. Actually,
there's a chance
I think they lose to the Nuggets or Clippers next round. Like that's a L that you failed.
Yeah, it'll be a good series though. I think it'll be at least 6.
It'll be a good series for sure.
But yeah.
On a real note, though, I do want to see Giannis in Houston. Like, I think that's a big city, and if they lose, they have pieces to trade for him.
Yeah, Jalen Green.
For sure, he's out of there. Him and Kuzma could light it up on the tank team.
Yeah, I think Jalen Green's gone too.
Paint their nails together. I'm just playing.
It would be like Jalen Green and Jabari Smith.
But they also like KD. Obviously, is interested in Houston. It's just like
I think one of them is going to Houston because I don't think they're winning the series.
Somebody.
And they're definitely actually another team. We didn't talk about them because they basically didn't play in the first round. The Grizzlies, they need help too. They need to upgrade. They are gonna make a trade.
But they're in such a bad position that if they trade,
I think they're gonna move one of Desmond Bain or John Morant. Honestly,
I think you should take it. I think you should get rid of John at this point
because they've been the same team for the same core for like the last few years now, and it's like they kind of stagnated.
But then you have to get like top 10 player, top 15 player, 100%.
Yeah, like a KD or a Giannis, 100%.
And Donovan Mitchell was on the Jazz last with the same core. That's how they've been core together.
It's as soon as they got rid of Dylan Brooks, it's going downhill.
Yeah, honestly.
So Dylan Brooks carried their team.
He did. He kept it. He was a glue.
Yeah, that's why he's getting paid $90 million. just to be a
fake
I said, the money's a little fraudulent, but that's why he got a contract.
A little inflated, but
that's why he got a contract.
He definitely proved his worth for
that's
sure.
Like that's why he got paid for us. That's like
team than last year. So
that's why they wanted him for 4 years. How about that? That's why they wanted him for 4 years.
But yeah, no, the Grizzlies, like, they just got absolutely decimated in the first round. They 100% can't come back with the same team. Like, what are you going to convince them of?
I feel like they've shown flashes of living without Ja Morant, with JJJ being the DPOY candidate, and also like making the all defensive team. So
my boy Scottie Pippen Jr. about to run the point guard position.
Exactly, he's looking way better.
Like what, 30-point game, a game 3 or something like that.
He had a bunch of his second half of the season was crazy.
He's good.
He had a triple double. He had
that nigga was saving me in fantasy for a while.
But you can trade Ja Morant and have pieces to build the team around. I feel like
you can get a lot for him too.
Superstar level talent.
I don't want Ja to go to like a loser squad though. I want him to like do good. Like the Bucks. If he goes to the Bucks, I'm gonna be sad for Ja. You feel like, because I'm a Ja fan. I don't want to see that happen.
He needs to go to like Atlanta or some shit.
To where? I cut off.
Nah, I was saying Atlanta, but
yeah, he's joking.
I was thinking of the city. I wasn't even thinking of the team.
He really needs to go to like.
What would be the best landing spot?
No, I'm just playing.
It was San Antonio, but
no, actually, send him to Orlando, bro. Send him to Orlando. Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, they need a point.
Orlando would be good. Yeah. Paulo as the one, and then you have Ja there too. Franz. Yeah. You have Suggs playing defense.
I think
send
that's
him
the
to Pelicans with Zion. If they do good, they'll do good.
DeJounte too.
That'd either be the best thing or DeJounte.
It could be crack. It could be crack.
That would just be like a fucking.
It could be crack.
That would be a Hawks backcourt all over again.
Or if Kyrie's about to go, send him to Dallas with AD.
Send him to the Kings, bro. Send him to the Kings, bro.
Jared Jackson again.
Yeah, him and Sabonis just running pick and rolls all day.
This is gonna be Grizzlies 2.0. Like,
yeah, they're gonna be zero. There'll also be like zero defense on that team.
I think post Kyrie, Dallas will be good with AD. I like it.
I actually don't know. Send him to Houston though. Fred VanVleet, they need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Or Jalen Green, he'd be a plus version of Jalen Green, like he can reliably score every game.
Jalen Green hater.
I agree.
Anything to just knock him while he's down, huh, Bez? He already had 7 points the other day. Come on.
He's just he's the easiest target on the team right now. What am I going to say? Amen Thompson? Like, no.
Bro, the first Amen games offensively were like some of the worst watches of all time, I promise you.
Also, Amen is
they play well together.
Black Air Force energy, and they need that on the team.
Yeah.
I think
him and Dylan Brooks back in the same team, right, Bez?
I like that. He was the best with Dylan Brooks.
Honestly, he was.
And Steven Adams. Bring the whole game back. All the vets. Yeah. That's what they were good. So good.
I like.
And you got a good coach in Ime.
Yeah, you got a great coach. Like a top 5 coach in the NBA type shit.
What about the Heat? What should the Heat do now?
Pray.
The Heat culture's dead. I don't want to hear Heat culture for another 10 years.
There's nothing they can do. Like, they're like multiple moves away from being relevant.
Yeah, I mean, you still have an all-star level player in Hero, but he's terrible defensively.
Is he going to be an all-star again next year? Probably not.
They also don't have assets. Like, you could say OKC, Rockets, even the Pistons. Like, they got shit to look forward to.
They never
traded their capped out by where they're at.
They never traded their picks though. They still have their first rounders.
Not all of them, I don't think. But I don't think they're all gone either. But it's just like not a situation where you can afford to trade a bunch of picks.
Yeah, even if you make a move for Giannis or like KD, it doesn't really move the needle for you. You're not going to.
They don't even have assets though, because who are they going to trade? Terry Rozier? Like, okay.
Yeah, like a bunch of fives, like 5 firsts or something. Like.
Still, I don't even think they have
5
firsts.
It's still not even going to happen. It's still not going to. Like, they're not going to make it past the second round or third round.
Honestly, them making the playoffs was horrible because, like, if I were them, I would have tried a chance at, like, this year's draft is pretty good. Like, Ace Bailey, Cooper Flag. There's a lot of good players in here. Like, I would have just taken a chance.
Your pick goes up based off your, like, play-in.
Well, if you make the playoffs, you don't get into the lottery at all. If you miss the playoffs, you have a chance at the lottery. Yeah. So they just they literally screwed. Like, they wanted to make history, but they screwed themselves because now they get the best pick they get is 15th. If they missed the playoffs, they could have got number 1 if they got really lucky. But
praise the good words from
Pat Riley. Good luck, bro.
So we talked about the Magic. Get Ja Morant, I guess.
They need. They need more offensive firepower in general. They literally KCP was a horrible signing. He provided
the Grizzlies could get defense too. Like,
I thought it was a great signing too.
Orlando.
At the time, it was good though. He just didn't. He's not good.
Facing the floor because last year they couldn't shoot at all.
They still can't shoot, and they thought he was going to help them.
It was a decent signing ahead of the time, but obviously it didn't pan out. Like
they need shooting, and especially in the perimeter. Like Franz Wagner, he was their best perimeter scorer, and he shot like 30% from three. Like
they all needed to shoot like in the offseason, shoot like fucking 1,000 threes a day. Like Polo and Franz need to improve their jumpers. Like,
dude, the thing is, I don't even think it's that bad to be honest.
That's very bad.
No players
taking 25. Try to will your team to win, and they have to like give them a chance. Franz and Paulo, they take like over 75% of the shots in the team.
I also think like they don't get spacing, bro. If you watch the games, it's like the whole paint is crowded.
They have no shooters,
nobody respects Corey Joseph in the corner. Like,
why is Corey Joseph playing in the Big 2025?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Hooper, what do you mean?
Playoff game.
Hooper, what do you mean?
He's a champion.
I think he's
Come on,
starting too. Or else Gary Harris was starting. Both of them shouldn't be playing
at all. Yeah,
Gary Harris shouldn't be in the league. That's Hassan right there.
Yeah, they need perimeter help badly, but
very, very bad.
Because they were in the game until the third quarter in like a few of the games, but they just
exactly. Where talent is like you can't do it for the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah,
I also wouldn't be surprised if the Magic would have traded for Bane though, just to get that.
They need any type of perimeter scoring they can get. So literally anything.
They need any scoring, any player, honestly, a valid NBA player.
Yeah,
Austin Reeves.
What would they give us?
Did you see all the Laker fans saying, let's trade Austin Reeves now?
Jonathan
I guess fake Laker fans.
I see his niggas. Reeves had one bad playoff series, and they start putting him in trade talks. I'm like, nigga, like
it wasn't even that. Like it was bad, but it wasn't like disaster. You know what I mean?
It wasn't
what I'm saying.
now.
I was like,
it wasn't.
I was like, these niggas are insane.
14 points. He was just not good. Like it was okay. It happens.
From third best,
definitely some Laker fans are like way too reactionary. But it's also Twitter, so you know people are in there trying to get. Yeah, they're trying to get interactions. You know,
reaction baiting.
Yeah.
So those fade in a couple of days anyway.
Yeah. They get their little $15 from.
Reeves is still the best third option in the regular season. So.
Facts. Regular season merchant.
Well, who else?
He's not. No, we're not doing that. See,
that's it. We got to
win bad series.
We got to predict the next round.
Magic.
I guess.
Yeah, we got everybody out. Lakers.
Cavs, Pacers, round 2. Who are you choosing?
You know, I think the Cavs, they made such light work of the Heat. I think not that it's going to be similar, but I think that they're going to take it in 5. I like the Pacers, but I feel like a lot of the stuff the Bucks did was them shooting themselves in the foot more so than the Pacers playing. And again, I don't want to diminish the Pacers. I think they played really well, especially Tyrese Halliburton had a great series. That's how high I am on the Cavs this season. I think they just came with a different energy this year. Like we've heard about them in the past, the lights not being bright, them just playing down to their competition in years past, like taking the Magic to 7 last year. I don't think they're playing around this year. So I think they're going to handle business here. I could see it going to 6, but I'm going to be a bold prediction and say they handle it in 5.
5 games.
Yeah,
I'm with you with everything you said with the Cavs. I think they take it in 6 games. I'll give Pacers some respect. They play better at home. They're really good, oiled machine as they play really well as a team. So I'll give them at least 2 games. But Cavs ain't playing around this year. Beating a team by 50 in the playoffs is not normal, like Donovan Mitchell said. Coming with a different mentality. They got Ty Jerome dropping 40 points in games. Like, it's a different team than before, for sure. And they're giving me hope to believe that they can actually make it to the finals and do something with the way that they're playing. So no reason for me not to believe in them in the second round to beat them in 6.
I agree as well. Pretty much. Cavs look great. I do think Pacers are, however, a lot better than the Miami Heat, but I still think it's going to be the same in 5 or 6. I mean, I'm giving credit to the Pacers. I don't think they're going to lose by 20, 30, shit like that, right? But I still got the Cavs winning, you know?
They probably have a game, honestly. They're going to get fucking blown out.
No faith in the Pacers? No faith?
No, they're prone to. I'm just saying, no, I think I got them in 6. I got the Cavs in 6. I'm just saying, like, one of the games they'll probably get blown out.
Oh, but, yeah.
Like, I feel like they have they're a little more prone to it. But
do you guys think that Tyrese Halliburton do you guys think Tyrese Halliburton is the most overhyped player in the NBA?
No.
Overrated? Overhyped?
Overrated.
No, I think he was going into the year, But I think like after starting off the year bad, then he got overhated, and I think he's like properly rated now. I don't think he's overrated or underrated.
Yeah, he's good. He's good at what he does. Like no cap.
Yeah, because he's no longer in superstar talks, but people still appreciate what he does. Like
like I think the superstar stuff was too much, but at this then like he started playing poorly, and people are like, oh, he's not even an all-star. That's too far. Like he's definitely all-star level player. I just don't think
you're hitting on him at the beginning of the year.
No, but he deserves so. He scored 0 points in a game.
It was bad.
Come on, bro.
Hassan, it was bad. In the beginning of the year was rough.
It doesn't look like he didn't know how to play basketball. He was just like over the offseason just forgot.
Like the monster.
He had his best season, and then like someone just stole it from him.
Yeah, it was the fact that like if he just played the same, it would have been fine. But he regressed like at the beginning of the year.
Heavily too. It was like what the fuck?
That was really bad.
I threw everybody for a loop.
I gave up on. I swear to God, I gave up on him because it was weeks. It was not just like a week. It was weeks.
It was like half the season. It was like damn near half the season.
Yeah, after the All-Star break is when he started like back to normal Tyrese.
Yeah, I gave up on Halliburton and like ever mentioning his name again, and then he played really good in the second half. So back to normal.
No bag work, Tyrese.
Dude, bro, the no bag work beefs are so funny. They're like, is this dude is not hitting that like goofy ass step back?
Dude, it's funny because like he really doesn't have a bag, but like the difference is now he's just more decisive. At the beginning of the season, he was like passing up open layups and shit.
Yeah, and he'll just shoot.
It's also because when you don't have a deep bag like that, you kind of just got to do one move and go. You know what I mean? And some people, you know what I mean? Like if you don't got a deep bag and you start trying to do a couple moves, he was feeling himself and he started trying to dance. Like that's not your game. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, he's long and lengthy. He uses his speed and his length to get around people. You know what I mean? When he drives, like he's not fucking Kyrie.
He has a trade ball on him too. OD hang pulls.
Yeah, the OD hezzy pull. Hezzy trade. No, OD hezzy trade ball.
Hey, have you guys seen? He's had some like clutch moments in like these playoffs. I remember, was it last year? Last year too against the Bucks. I remember he had like clutch layups, like floaters. This year he had like 2 back-to-back clutch buckets. When they came back, when he got an and one and then another floater. That's like, crazy.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm hated, bro. I feel like the clutch buckets he had this year is like they just let him have it. Like that layup he scored, he just walked into the paint, bro.
But like I don't know. Made it though. He's made it though. Luka was missing layups regular, wide open. Remember?
These were like wide open.
40 minutes before he missed the layups.
It was bad.
He literally got the ball at half court, ran down the lane, and scored the layup for the game. Yeah. Like no resistance at all.
They just gave up.
We'll see. The Cavs will put him in their place, in my opinion.
It'll be a good series.
I got Cavs in 6. Yeah.
All right. Another season, a series that was decided today. Knicks and Celtics.
Hurry up.
Round 2.
Freaking Knicks, bro. I mean, we need to talk
Celtics in 3. No, I got Celtics in like 5 at least. 5. I'll get the Knicks 1
game. That dude Brunson's not going to be able to do the flops against the Celtics. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, he's not getting locked up.
He's getting clamped. Drew Holiday.
I hope
Derek
both
White
teams lose.
Doesn't even matter.
I hope both teams lose.
Yeah, I got something.
Honestly, bro, I was gonna post. Honestly, dude, like I was like, I'm gonna boycott. I hope everybody like loses. I hope it gets to the finals and it's just canceled. Like,
no, I want to see the Cavs.
Something happens.
Hey, you know what they should do, Omari? They should throw the Lakers in the Eastern Conference and see if they get to the top. They should do that.
Oh, we should
bracket.
Loser bracket.
It's honestly it should be 2 series elimination. To be honest,
yo, Lake, the Adam Silver should implement
you know how long the playoffs would be. The playoffs would be so fucking long. Niggas would be so tired.
Yeah. You have to win 8 games though, like in a series. If you have to make it through the losers bracket, you have
because you have to. Yeah, you gotta reset. You gotta reset the bracket. So you gotta win 4 games and you gotta win 4 more games after that.
On the back end.
Yeah, 8 times if you're in the losers bracket, that would be crazy.
JJ Redick playing Luka 46 minutes with 1 leg.
Good, bro. Get that fat ass in shape.
8 games straight, nigga. 8 games straight, nigga. You better work.
Listen, you know what I saw today?
You better fucking make some buckets, nigga. I don't care how much you play.
It was like food trucks ready for like Luka's off-season start, bro. Like they got stocked.
I retweeted that with the bottle. Like I said,
did you guys see like Luka's burst? Like someone made a highlight compilation of Luka having burst in his first year, and he's like jumping up on 1 foot and dunking.
Oh, his downhill scoring, yeah. That was I was watching that like really. I'm watching that like, dude, like. I always say like, nobody should be able to get to their like teenager body. You know what I mean? Like you're a teenager. But it's like, come on, nigga. Like you can't be like half of that. Like he's literally just all skill. Like right now, he's like almost all skill and pace. Like back then, 100%. He could blow by somebody if he wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, he just uses his pace.
He needs to work. He needs to work out. He has to work out. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Bron gotta get him in the gym.
Bro, he just gotta get 25% faster. It's not nothing crazy. Like
that's what I'm saying. You get a little more burst, you get a little more lateral quickness. You get a little more lateral quickness. Omari, you're automatically an okay defender. Like
Omari, I don't know if you could see it, but sometimes when he was doing his like tween, and like he was doing like that, like pump fake, fake, pump fake. I'm like, dude, they're not getting off you. Like when the first initial blow by, I'm like, bro, this is raps. Like Luka's not moving. He's not moving.
They stopped jumping too. You could tell the last 2 games they stopped jumping as much.
I saw some people on Twitter saying Luka forgot to play offense. I was getting kind of mad.
Honestly, our offense was so stagnant.
I think it's just harder for Luka when there's no center. Like he thrives off having like
a
yeah. That's what. All right,
we're not going back to it, Omari. They
don't lie. Bottom line, it's over. I'm not even, dude. Like,
let's get back to the Celtics.
Oh my god! Like how you? We had a whole conversation.
I got Celtics in 5. I feel like this series, you had Cade Cunningham's the only like actual superstar that pushed you to damn near 7 games, 1 possession away from making it 7. With the Celtics,
it should have been 7. They went out.
The Josh Hart one was bullshit. That foul was bullshit. And no call was bullshit.
And you got the Celtics who have like damn near 4 stars on their team.
Dude, I think one of the games Tatum didn't play, right? That they won.
Yeah, game 2 and they won. And the games that Tatum has played, he's dropped like over 30, and so he's showing up his playoffs right now.
Real deal.
So there's always the one game that the Celtics will miss threes, and in fact, that's the game the Knicks will capitalize on. But other than that, I feel like they just have too much experience with their players, better players overall, better coaching. Coaching might not be better, but you have better players to put. You have a good coach to put those players in a good position to win, and I think the Celtics will do that in 5.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Celtics.
You don't think Mazzulla is better than Thibodeau?
I don't know, honestly.
I think he is, but
I think Mazzulla is better than Thibodeau.
I think top to bottom they're better. They're just like a better version. They got the defensive wings, but the defensive wings could score. I think Cat is better than Porzingis, but you have like a similar version of that with him and Horford, so you can kind of match that. And then you got the perfect defensive guards to put on Jalen Brunson with Derek White and Holiday. So it's like this is just a bad matchup, I think.
With Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah. And that's like, even if they gonna be on OG and Mikal, but that's like you don't even have to worry about them as much on the offensive side.
Honestly, yeah.
Even though OG's having a good playoffs, still like it's not comparable.
Yeah.
And they're good defenders.
I don't think if Cade Cunningham's pushing you to damn near 7 games by himself with just some vets, then what is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown gonna do to you with actual?
Dennis Schroeder out there looking like damn near superstar, bro.
He better not fumble the bag again.
But every time he plays, I'm like, sometimes I just wish we had him. You know what I mean? He's so much better than Gabe Vincent.
I admire Dennis Schroeder. He's actually a good.
He's so much better than Gabe Vincent. Actually,
he is a good.
We should have just kept him.
I mean, Gabe is
Miami. Gabe was cracked.
The money that you guys are about to pay him,
bro. It's been all right, bro. I'm not doing Miami Gabe was cracked no more. It's been 2 playoff series. I mean, 2 playoff.
I know.
You said what? What joke?
That
I'm not gonna hate on Gabe.
Miami Gabe was nice. Yeah, but he's having a good season. But if you're not doing it in the playoffs,
are just terrible.
Like we've seen Dennis do it for us in the playoffs, so that's why
I don't want to do it. I don't want to put it too much on Gabe because like the roster, like it's just his role is a little redundant on the roster.
Yeah, he's not needed. He's not needed at all.
Yeah. I know, but I'm saying like he's not needed. But I'm saying like his still production level during this playoffs, like looking at what's his name was doing.
I'll agree with you. It was disappointing, but I'm not
like looking at what Dennis is doing over there compared to what Gabe. Like we could have used that. You know what I mean? I like Dennis's like fucking little gremlin energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picks
like Gabe's a good defender, but he's not pesky like that.
Thank God we traded him for Jimmy because he wouldn't be doing this in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, no, he was not doing that on the Warriors.
Do you remember the net the
that was
version you
traded
for?
Yeah, 14
the Nets version when he was like
24 hours. Literally, that's crazy. 4 teams in 24 hours.
That's a record.
It's that Bonnie Blue treatment.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Jazz,
a deep bag pull.
Heat.
That's a deep bag pull, Bez.
Pistons and Warriors.
Yeah,
that's mid.
Yeah, well, we all have.
That's crazy.
Celtics in 5 or?
Yeah. Or 4 or 5. Yeah.
I say 5.
And then what about the West matchup?
West matchup is going to be what? Thunder versus.
Oh, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Timberwolves, and then we'll see. I think it's going to be the Warriors. And then the other game, it's not even smart to predict that one because that could go either way at this point.
Yeah, it's game 7.
But let's just predict Timberwolves Warriors for the clips potentially.
Okay.
So you can make clips of this if it does have if you guys win, which I think you will.
Me too.
Yeah, I think
if you blow it 3-1, I mean that's going to be a joke in and of itself. But
Timberwolves Warriors round 2 of the playoffs.
Say it again.
Who do we have winning?
Yeah, we'll go first because we already know who you got. I think I'm gonna probably go Timberwolves here. I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest. I think they could win in 6, but I could see going to 7. I don't know how, because the thing is, the Warriors and Lakers are very similar, but I do think that the Warriors role players, like, they just have more to work with. So can they end up actually taking advantage of like the Rudy situation? I don't know. In the regular season, the first game they played this year, Draymond had Rudy in a headlock when the score was 0-0. So
he's gonna get
that's honestly like the main reason I'm watching that series is because it's Draymond versus Gobert.
The one thing I respect about Draymond Green is if you touch Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry, he'll like be there in a second.
He get ready. He right.
No matter what, he'll get suspended, technicals, fines for his guys.
I want to see that dude on a tighter leash, bro. That's still
over under Draymond Green 1.5 ejections.
Over. It's gonna be like 3.5 by the end of the series.
Yeah,
I think he gets ejected one time for sure. I just don't know if he does it a second time.
He'll get a technical for sure. Ejection,
bro. The technical is like 7.5. Hassan.
He might get a tech every game.
He's gonna get a tech every game.
Nah, bro, they protect that nigga, dude. I'm tired of like the fucking like. I get that, yeah. I hate when I see anybody get a tech.
Crazy shit.
Because I just think about Draymond Green. Every time I see someone get a tech for something stupid, I think about Draymond.
Exactly, bro. They treat Tatum so unfairly, or like anyone, like it's so bad.
No, Tatum gets. Draymond gets away with murder compared to Tatum. Like
it's so bad. It pisses me off, dude. Because God forbid a Warriors player gets ejected. You already know, freaking all the Warriors fans are gonna go freaking the commissioner's ass, right, Hassan? That's what you do. Oh my God, Draymond got ejected again. Oh my God. I know that's exactly what you're feeling like.
I don't know if y'all ever seen that clip. It's kind of old, but it was like a clip of like Carlos Boozer. He got an and one. And he turns around to like pump his fist, and the ref is right there, and he socks him in the stomach by accident.
That's a good clip.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Draymond did that, he wouldn't even get ejected. Like they would just let him. They would just take him up. Be like, all right, don't do that again.
No, they'll say it's okay, Draymond. I know you didn't mean to do that.
They say Draymond, what did I do? What did I do, Draymond?
They glaze the shit out of Draymond. He literally should be double technical every game, Hassan. Hassan, if you don't think he deserves,
he should walk into the game with techs, with one tech every game.
Look at this hater.
Dog, he deserves it.
Go paint your nails. You know how crazy that is to say that.
Owned him.
At least I respect. The good thing about Draymond, though, is he'll make sure that his guys have energy. No matter what, he's the enforcer, and he'll give you energy any game. Like he'll take those technicals. He'll take that to bring the energy for your team.
I do respect that. That I respect.
Sometimes to a fault, though. Sometimes it costs the team.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
But they wouldn't. They wouldn't be
you get the good and the bad.
You live and you die with Draymond.
Yeah.
He can't turn it off. He'll just.
Austin, what was your take on the series potential? If you guys beat the Rockets, obviously.
We know who he's gonna pick, but I want to
hear Timberwolves versus the Warriors. I have Warriors in 6 games. I agree with a bit of what Beth said about us being smaller, but the biggest X factor is Draymond Green being a defensive stopper and a defensive savant. You guys didn't have that. Jackson Hayes is nowhere near what Draymond Green is. And then the factor of him and Rudy Gobert going at it and the pass of what they have is also something you have to take into account. And also you have Rudy Gobert going up against Stephen Curry. We know how that works out. They'll target Rudy Gobert. They have in the past. The experience that Stephen Curry has, Draymond Green has in the playoffs compared to what Anthony Edwards had with one run last year is you can't really compare. So I feel like we have the playoff risers. Our benches performing pretty well. Pajemski, Gary Payton giving you 14, 16. He's hitting threes, shooting 40% from 3 this year. Quitting post.
Unreal.
The rotations that we have and the way that Steve Kerr is coaching and putting in certain players in at certain times has been phenomenal so far. In fact, that's just going to continue with the battle with the Timberwolves. They have size and they know how to use it, but if they don't use it correctly, it tends to bite them in the butt. And I don't feel like that's going to be a problem for us because we've been dealing with that our whole tenure for our dynasty. It's always been the size option of having no center and Draymond Green really bringing the energy. So I feel like we'll take this in 6 and stop that.
Best years. I don't know.
It looks like the same still.
Looney was still getting heavy minutes in your championship run.
All right. We don't even need him. And he's still going to play.
All right.
I think Looney will play in that series, though, just for offensive rebounds, but he'll give you stunt minutes.
You got to play Looney.
He's been playing this year too for the Steven Adams thing.
I think Hassan. I actually have the Timberwolves in 7 potentially. I think the defense that the Timberwolves provide will be a little bit too much for you guys. And I know you're talking about Draymond Green being the defensive savant. If, however, you guys are gonna do that, I think they're gonna go small ball against you guys. Naz Reid spacing the floor is gonna be very bad for you guys. I think they'll just hunt Curry down, hunt Podziemski down. Like Edwards is gonna cook anyone, like any of those guards. Maybe not Jimmy Butler to that extent because he's big, But other than that, I think Edwards is still gonna cook in the series.
The one thing that you're downplaying is the aura of Stephen Curry offensively.
Did you just mention aura in a take, bro?
I was gonna give a real take. Now I don't even.
You gotta say gravity, but you can't say aura, bro.
Yeah, I meant gravity. Aura, gravity.
Okay, gravity. Yeah,
aura
but
it's
been
crazy.
12 years of gravity, bro.
I'm gonna say one thing in response
to the gym.
I'm gonna say one thing in response to that thing you said about Rudy hunting Rudy, Steph Curry. I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing for the Warriors to do because they thrive off like ball movement and having like a team focused offense. I think it'd actually be a bigger negative if you just let Steph Curry play 1-on-1 with Rudy the whole game because then you just
like situational.
No,
that's not Curry's game. That's true.
Rudy Gobert.
It's situational. Like
very well. So you're gonna just lean onto that first and see what happens. But you want like to get Stephen Curry going offensively and just finding Rudy Gobert or Naz Reid in one-on-one situations is very helpful for us.
I don't know. Rudy did a good job on Luka this series, so we gonna see.
Luka's slow though.
Luka was slow. Luka looked way slower this.
I saw your mouth. He was literally saying Luka's.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards last year,
he was getting hobbled.
Anthony Edwards last year took down KD, just took down LeBron. Now he about to take off Steph Curry.
The killer.
Yeah, but KD and D-Buck had no help. That's why they didn't make the playoffs this year.
Oh, Podziemski? Oh, I got Podziemski. Oh.
He's help. He's good.
But he healed.
Didn't you not
These guys are going to be ass, bro. These guys are going to be ass.
Imagine having.
They're versing playoff veterans now, bro.
Yeah, and we are the playoff veterans. That's the only reason.
Okay, acting like the Timberwolves don't have playoff veteran experience. Yeah, the Timberwolves don't have playoff experience. You're versing a bunch of kids, bro. They're in like high school.
Who has more playoff experience than the Warriors?
Who is this guy? Who is this man?
Whoever this is.
Listen, you got some lore. Oh, so you got some lore on this dude? Who is this?
They played him in the third. They played him in the third quarter when we're not doing anything. Smalley could do this.
Who is this guy?
Oh, you mean when you were down?
Yeah, they played him in the third quarter.
3 turnovers and 5 missed layups. Whoever this is so disrespectful, dude.
I don't even remember who he is.
Are you looking at him right now?
Bro.
Yeah.
I think his name is Key or something. That's his last name.
Key?
I got the keys.
Right?
I do not know that nigga.
Pat Spencer's my guy though. Braxton Key. Yeah, you're right.
Braxton Key. Shout out to Braxton Key.
Man.
Right, he's making $11,000 this year. He's on that welfare check, bro.
A year?
No, yeah, because he only got signed for like whatever last couple.
The contract that he has, but he can get a new contract later, right?
That's good.
Well, not for this season. For 2025,
they paid him like $11K for like 2
Kevin
weeks.
Knox getting
I'll take that.
But I guess I don't know what he was doing.
Bro, he's gonna turn on DoorDash and make like $4K a month, bro. Don't worry.
No, I probably in the G League. He's probably getting some money from there too.
How much is a G League contract? Like 45K, 75?
No, you get a 10-day in the NBA.
I think it's like a middle class job.
He's making more.
He didn't get a 10-day, but they just said he's making 11K.
No, he's not making 11K.
He is for the rest of the year.
Let me see.
Whoever his name is.
Whoever this is, yeah.
Look, I'll show you. I'll show you the screenshot.
See, Bronny's better than that guy.
Oops.
Someone
for Bronny making yams
with the Nuggets.
Bronny might like yam on him. I'm not gonna lie.
He is making 11K, but he made a 559K. In 2023.
He signed a 1-year, $11,000 contract.
Nah, but it had to start.
Salary of all time, best.
Yeah,
when did he sign it?
They signed him for like I didn't see how
the rest of the season.
The rest of the season. Whenever they signed him.
Yeah, so I don't know when they signed him.
That is the worst NBA contract I've ever seen in my life.
It's fine. It's
on a game basis. So like if you get signed for the last game, it's less money, obviously, because it would be you shouldn't sign someone $1 million to play 2 games for you. Like that would be a steal.
That's funny.
They said in 2023 for the Nuggets, he made 550K for 1 year.
Also, it's already set. He already got bread.
Yeah.
Everyone eats off them rookie deals.
Bro, they get one rookie. They get one 10-day or one rookie deal, and they could already have like 2 houses, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, we can also do Timberwolves versus Rockets if it somehow happens.
I mean, it's gonna happen. I find that likely. I find that more likely, to be honest, Hassan.
Timberwolves or Rockets?
I think Timberwolves
win. Putting Edwards in the cage.
Timberwolves really beat any like either team that wins. To be honest, so
we're going from Lakers in 5 to Timberwolves to the championships.
Whoever beats the Lakers wins it all.
No, I don't think they're gonna win it all, but I think they're gonna beat whoever like in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
The funny thing is that the Timberwolves were terrible, not terrible, but they weren't the greatest in the regular season. I thought Julius Randle.
He rose this year.
They were bad in the clutch too. That's what made me mad. They were bad in the clutch all year.
The matchup was really bad for you guys, for sure.
Randle didn't drop.
I think that. I think that too. Julius Randle actually
had a good playoff series. Who gonna drop with? Who gonna drop with?
Dude, Game 4, he was a borderline superstar. Game 4, he was getting anything he wanted. Like that was crazy.
Because he's driving into the paint and doing.
But I will say it was probably a lot easier for him because of his size.
Yeah, but he usually plays against the center too.
On the Knicks, he was ass in the playoffs. Did the Pelicans make it with him? I don't remember, but probably ass. Regardless,
Pelicans ain't
check all those series, and let me know if the center played more than 20 minutes.
It's not Randall's fault that the Lakers didn't have a center ready equipped.
It's gonna be more of the same in the Warriors series.
It's not his fault, but
it's gonna be Draymond.
Omari.
But I'm saying Randall has a bigger. Randall got a bigger chance of dropping if there's somebody in there to contest one shot.
Omari, what if the Timberwolves let us borrow Gobert? Would you have taken that deal during the playoffs?
Just like switch real quick.
Just like let us borrow Gobert for like 5 games. Would you take him, or would you still don't want him?
Nah, of course I'll take him. Why wouldn't I? We have no center.
We had Jackson Hayes, bro. I literally take
of course I don't like him, but
fucking arms at a center.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather want Gobert or Mark Williams?
I would rather go get the fucking limb length surgery on all my limbs and be 7 foot and then go out there and play than have Jackson Hayes.
I agree. I'd rather have Omari out there too on like stilts.
After 2 years of rehab to rehab my limbs.
Not even, bro. I'd rather have you.
I literally like Slender Man. My body would be the same, but my fucking wingspan would be like 8 feet and shit.
I'll take you with the rods in your legs out there.
Literally,
you guys can put Jack Black out there at this point.
If I can stand still, I can shoot.
I'll take John Cena and Batista as our center next year. But I saw the funniest thing today.
I would take John Cena standing on top of Batista.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that John Cena WWE meme is hilarious.
I'll take Prime Undertaker.
The Lakers jersey.
I can recreate it right now.
Undertaker 6'10". I'm taking Prime Undertaker for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Over
Give me the Big Show too. Give me the Big Show.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking.
The Great Khali.
That's big body.
You said it earlier. You said Great Khali.
Great Khali. Oh yeah, I'm taking him too.
That guy's like 7'3", isn't he?
Oh, we get Steven Adams.
Jackson Hayes lost any money that he would have made this
for a bench center. Steven Adams, that's money.
He went from like, okay, maybe I could be a good role player still to I'm out the league like in one series.
Bro, just Jackson
Hayes. Yeah, he's done.
A month ago, it was like Jackson Hayes is coming back.
But there was a stat, Hassan.
He did play good.
Borderline undefeated.
Guys, this is how you borderline undefeated. You should have told us. That's how you know we were overlooking the roster when we were like, "You Jackson Hayes will be good enough, bro." Like that's how you should have let us know.
He was playing. Okay, look, we were going based off of how he was playing for a good sample size of the.
We were winning those games.
I mean, like
Hassan,
we should have known
it wasn't like we had no reason. As long as he can give us a few lobs.
Playoffs expose frauds. There's a reason Jackson.
No, of course, yeah. You get played off the floor if you stink.
Minimum.
Can you blame us for having hope though? Come on, bro.
Yeah, he played like if he played like that.
I don't know, man.
He would have been decent, but he wasn't playing like that. He got to the playoffs and started shitting the bed. Lights were too bright.
Bro, Jackson is like a battering ram with no aim. Like that's all.
I've never seen a guy commit the most obvious, egregious foul and then like be confused on what he did.
Yo, what the ref?
Oh yeah, that nigga be fucking doing this for like the dumbest shit. Like nigga's been 1 minute in the game. It's the first minute. We're not.
Bro, he looks at the ref like this, like, bro, what are you doing? Literally smacked him in the face.
Hustle with the ball,
dude. Should be so crazy.
Challenge it.
Dude, there was one play, one of the games in LA. Literally the first play of the half. This dude goaltends the most egregious goaltend. He like volleyball spiked it. Then he's looking at the ref like, bro, what are you talking about? I just a clean ball. First play of the half. Like, bro, come on. Like
challenge it, JJ.
It's ridiculous.
It'd be so funny when a call be obvious and you see the player like, like nigga, you gonna lose. Like,
bro, Gobert happens to Gobert. Gobert always like challenge, and they look at the replay on their iPad. They're like, no. He's like, God damn it, I want to challenge it. I swear.
That's the clumsiest nigga on a planet. He should never.
They're like, we're not wasting the challenge on you, Gobert. They literally tell
they should bench him every time he asks for a challenge. Just come sit on the bench.
Come get out the game. Sit your ass down, boy.
Yeah, you're not getting a challenge, buddy.
No. All right, last thing, dark horse to win it all. Who's our dark horse to win it all?
Bez, who do you have the dark horse?
This is a good one. With the teams remaining now, who do you think
pick the worst because no one expects him to win, right? Because
nobody expects him to win.
That's you have to have a valid argument as to why you think a team's
I'll say the Wolves.
They're the worst team remaining.
Okay. You can get the Wolves.
Is the Cavs a dark horse or that doesn't count?
They're favored.
I'm gonna pick. You know what? I actually will pick a dark horse. I'm gonna pick the Nuggets again. I think. I don't know if Mike Malone was really the problem, but they look better right now. Okay, I really don't. But like they got the best player in the world. Jamal Murray's playing like the second best player in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if they won another ring. To be honest, I think they could do it. Like I'm not picking them to win.
Doing this. But Jamal Murray is not playing like the second best player in the world.
He's making his point.
Did you guys see that meme where it's like Jamal Murray deciding which Jordan he wants to be for the game? It was like Jordan Poole, Michael Jordan, and Jordan Clark.
40-year-old Jordan.
Nah, this is regular season.
32-year-old prime Jordan.
Gambler Jordan.
Gambler.
Dude. Yellow eye Jordan.
And they were saying like Jalen Green, same thing. It was like Kobe Bryant, like Jimmer Fredette, and somebody else. It was like him deciding who he wants to be this game.
Jalen Rose or Jalen
Jalen Rose.
It wasn't even Jalen. It was like Kobe to Jimmer Fredette. Like that was his range of players.
He's gonna drop 40. He's gonna drop like 3.
Exactly. So yeah, that would be my dark horse, I guess.
I'll get mine before Hassan says Warriors. I'm going to pick the actual Clippers if they do manage to upset the Nuggets away, which I think I have them doing. They're still going to be at a very big disadvantage against the Thunder. But if I was to pick for a dark horse team, I'm picking them.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Gabe. I'm not going to be biased. My dark horse team going into the season is the Clippers. I feel like Kawhi Leonard, the way that he's been playing, he actually looks healthy. Some of his first steps look like he's back in freaking San Antonio, the way that he's been playing recently. I think he hits his like ultimate stride in being that top 10 player that he's looking like right now. In fact, they have a shot. And then if James Harden wins you just 2 games each series, which he's capable of doing at this age, I feel like they have a shot of hitting their stride and maybe winning the chip as a dark horse.
He's still hitting those mid-range like daggers. I promise.
They play great as a team. Zoo too. Yeah. Like playing at all NBA level, averaging 20 and 10. Like he's better than what Paul George was last year for the team right now.
100%.
Then you have Norman too. Give credit to Norman. Bogey. Like you have the pieces to make a run if you get past this round.
They actually have a solid 8-man rotation, unlike a team.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers, a good point you brought up is they could compete with any team. Like they have the facilities, they got the big and Zubac, they got the defenders with Chris Dunn and all of them, they got the score. So they definitely have like the ability to like match up with any team.
I like it.
Omari?
Yeah, I'm taking the Wolves. The Wolves beat the best team that was in the playoffs, so you know.
Facts? Can I get a facts?
I am taking the Wolves just because, you know, Ant had a relatively regular series, but if we're gonna get non-dropper Randall, you know what I mean? If Randall performs like how he should in the playoffs, like, you know what I mean? They have such good defense, they have so much size that I feel like I think they'll win next round, but I think that they can, if they play to their maximum potential, they have a good chance of giving OKC like a good series, you know? Just based on they both have comparable length, you know what I mean? They both have a big centers, you know what I mean? They have a top tier guard, you know what I mean? Like they have a relatively comparable team, although that OKC is deeper and shoots better.
Yeah.
Like I think defensively they're pretty comparable, and I think that like superstar wise and star wise, you know what I mean? They're relatively comparable too. Yeah. Shea is a little better, but you know, I mean, Ant and Randall. If Randall's playing to his top potential, I think he's better than J-Dub, but we have to see if he drops or not. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
I see
your point. Piggyback off of what you were saying, this series against the Lakers, like, kind of solidified Anthony Edwards being a superstar talent for me because he showed up in the biggest moments and dropped 40, game 4, knows how to get his teammates involved in big playoff moments, and there's nothing in my mind saying that he's not a superstar moving forward, and I think you can make an argument for him being a top 10 player depending on how this playoff ends for him. So
yeah, because he averaged like 30 this series. So I mean, if he averaged 30 for the rest of the playoffs, you know.
Yo, I got a question for y'all. Is Anthony Edwards a top 5 NBA player?
No.
5, no.
No.
Who we got? No. Obviously, we got Jokic, Giannis,
SGA.
And Luka. I'm still putting Luka
and SGA.
Luka.
Can we say Luka after you just
out? But after Luka played bad, though.
That's why I'm saying. Is he a top?
We got to think about it. We got to think about it. Bez, I know. I just got to think about it.
It's not that easy though. Like you can still say Luka, but it's not as easy as you guys.
It's not as easy as just saying it.
My argument would be that Luka is the same player that he was last year, and he had a team built and constructed for him to win. And when he played Anthony Edwards last year with a better team, with Karl Anthony Towns playing the way that he was playing, because he's better than Randall, he beat him. So Luka made it to the finals, being the same player that he was last year, and this year he didn't have a team constructed for him to win with his talents.
Okay, what about Jason?
Tatum's better.
That's why I appreciate playoff performances and stuff and wins and losses, but when it comes to like individual versus individual, like Ant had a better series. You know, he was the best player in the series. You know, without a doubt. I'm not gonna like take that away from him, but I'm also not gonna be like now he's better.
Okay, is Anthony Edwards 6 then?
This nigga averages Luka's averages second most points in NBA history in the playoffs. Like, but now we're gonna say Ant's better because he beat his time. You know what I mean?
I'm still taking Stephen Curry over him. No reason for me not to believe that Steph isn't a better player than Edwards right now.
I think
once he beats him in a series, then we can have a conversation. But
is he already better than D Mitch and D Book? Are we just like straight up? Like
Mitchell's closer.
Yeah, like are we just saying he's better than D Mitch and D Book?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I would take Ant over LeBron right now. Like that's where
100%.
So
LeBron does a lot too.
Yeah, I had him on my would
and LeBron is still top 10, so it's like Ant's creeping into the top 5. Like he's like
my
6 or 7.
I'm taking
at work.
Like, that nigga.
Even if you want to build a team with LeBron or Anthony Edwards right now, you're choosing Anthony Edwards in any scenario.
Yeah,
obviously building a team. Like, what do you mean? Like a franchise?
No, I'm saying even if Anthony Edwards right now, you have both of them for one season and you want to win a championship, Anthony Edwards is a better option right now to win a championship.
Nah, I'm not.
I agree.
I mean, I'm not. Dude, it's LeBron though. Like you can't go wrong.
James,
he's 41.
He's 40 years old.
But he averages
so much.
The only thing that is better than Anthony Edwards is right now is just playmaking. I'm not just taking this playmaking
and rebounding
and IQ.
It's negligible.
His defense is debatable.
Things I can find.
No, it's not debatable. Anthony is a better defender than LeBron James.
Did you see Game 4 defensive LeBron? Do you remember that defensive masterclass?
But that's him like trying his cock off. Like Anthony Edwards doesn't try and he's better. Like
he does. Come on, we're not gonna say he's trying defense.
You know what I mean? No 40-year-old man.
No, of course he's 40 years old. But what he still brings to the game, like he doesn't average as many points as Ant does anymore. You know what I mean? Give that to Ant. But
scoring's not comparable.
Also,
not anymore. But it's just like I don't know. LeBron is still responsible for so much more on the floor when it comes to like.
But he can't do that for a whole 40 minutes.
40, bro. Yes, he can.
He played 48 minutes the other day.
He can do it for 40 minutes. He can't look what he can do for 40 minutes.
He did it.
Look, what he can do for 40 minutes.
Certain stints of a game, like he'll give you a block by.
That's how every player plays, dude.
For like a good 3 minutes, he'll try hard, but then for the rest of the game, he'll just like be lackadaisical.
Nobody on this planet is going full 110% for
dude. Ant also had a bunch of bad games.
Every time he's on the court.
Sorry.
Ant also had a bunch of bad games and still won those games. Like.
What's a bunch? They played 5 games.
He had a few.
He had like one.
How many sub 20 games did he have? He had like 2 or 3. Oh, it's two maybe because there's only 5 games.
All right. Well, what else do you think LeBron is better than Anthony Edwards?
He makes his teammates better, like actually, like statistics, not just like he's a hype, like he's a hype piece.
He's just a better playmaker to build around. Like all of the best players.
Ant's a ball hog though. He doesn't get his.
Dude, all of the best players. He's not a ball hog. I'm not gonna say he's a ball hog, but. All of the best players outside of Shea and his fucking legendary score per minute because he gets so many fucking free throws. Like most of all the top players always can do almost everything outside of even Giannis, for what it's worth, has a decent like level of playmaking. You know what I mean? He can get his triple doubles. So, but it's just like Ant. He can get buckets. You know what I mean? But unless he's getting those playmaking, high playmaking games. Those high playmaking games is when he's like on another level, but he doesn't do that consistently enough to be put over these other people, in my opinion. Like these other people get their entire team
9 assists,
cooking
8 assists, 6 assists, 8 assists.
Yeah, he had a good. So I'm saying they were cooking, but I'm saying like this is one series.
Even offense, like what Hassan said. Besides the playmaking, there's just not much that LeBron's better at this point. Like it's hard to argue about anything. Even getting to the rim, like LeBron's evolved his game to take a lot more threes now. You know what I mean? So it's just
LeBron's also like this whole second half of the season too. He's trying to be like a In my opinion, he still defers too much. You know what I mean? But I think that we just have so many holes that this series
can't do it all anymore.
But in this series, like
LeBron's more calculated now, like as opposed to how
he was trying his best to like offset all of our issues. You know what I mean? And he just couldn't. You know what I mean? There's not much he can do, by himself. You know what I mean? I feel like he was doing so much trying to offset their defensive lack and their inside.
My whole thing is like
he couldn't give it all on offense. You know,
he'll give you spurts of old LeBron of doing everything, but he can't do it all at once.
I'll say this: if I need one possession,
if you put Ant in that situation, tell Ant to go guard 5.
But if I need the whole game, I'm taking Ant.
Yeah, I'm taking the whole game. Yeah,
I'm taking LeBron.
No, I'm taking LeBron. Yeah. I'm still taking LeBron over Ant right now. But
crazy. Like
it's just that like. It's not because LeBron is just more responsible for a lot more things.
LeBron has better skill set. LeBron has better offensive skill set than
Anthony Edwards too. Like he beat him, not
defensively. He's not even.
I said a better offensive skill set than.
Yeah, but I'm saying not, and he doesn't defensively.
Okay, he could turn it on. Okay, like I'll say this once: he's not going to turn it on defense 100% of the time, but he can turn on 100% of the time a lot of times. Does that make sense?
No, I don't think that's
my. He can go 100. He's saying.
Yeah,
he can go 100.
He only can do it for 2-3 minutes.
Dude, it's like Omari. He can go like dude, it's like he can do it like for certain things. But you don't need these Hassan. Like you're talking about like defenses. It's like defense is the whole game. Like he doesn't play defense the whole time. He does
like nobody sits in the chair every single possession.
No, yeah. Even Edwards giving more efforts for the whole game than LeBron James.
Huh?
I'd rather have a consistent effort than like inconsistency throughout.
Nigga averaged 2 blocks and 2 steals this series.
What?
We're not.
He wasn't inconsistent at all defensively.
Yeah,
he did have his
blocks and steals are literally like the most misleading stats when it comes to defense.
It don't matter. Like, if you want to take his advanced stats too, his advanced stats were good for the series too on defense. Like
Anthony Edwards is a better.
And the eye test was good. We seen what he was doing, but it's just like
Anthony Edwards is a better defender. Like I don't think
in my opinion, but LeBron can defend better. Like in those moments.
No, he can't. Even at his peak for peak, Anthony.
Go to game 4 the last 2 minutes. I promise you.
Oh, so happened after? What turnover did he do right after?
I still think like.
What do you mean? What turnover? Are you talking about defense?
100% effort. LeBron is still
no. I'm saying at age 40, 100% effort. Lebron is still not better than Anthony Edwards.
He's a better defender.
Yeah,
no, he's not. How can you say?
If you take them both at 100, like you tell them to both go 100, and for a possession, LeBron's a way better defender.
No, I promise. How do you say
he can guard way more positions for one? Putting 100% for one possession, he can guard way more people on the floor. You put Ant on any 5, he's torched no matter what.
Anthony Edwards is an above average defender. And
he's a good
defender, but he's a guard at the end of the day. He's 6'5".
He's a better on-ball defender though. LeBron could get blown by.
So they have to both guard Giannis. Who's gonna do a better job? Tell me right now.
Okay, they both got to guard fucking John Morant. Who's gonna do a better job?
LeBron.
No, he won't. No, he will not.
Maybe
LeBron. We watched LeBron get put out on fucking on guards a million times.
No one says he can't, but who's gonna have an easier time is the question.
Yeah.
At 100%, LeBron. He's literally
LeBron. I agree, LeBron.
We can't argue with
that.
At
100%, tell them both to try the 100% hardest for one possession.
Laterally quick, he's not as quick as Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
But he's bigger. That's the point.
So when they're small
versus a guard,
when they're small,
that's why you don't have to be as fast to be that big.
3 of the
he's
5 positions, LeBron will guard better than other than 2 of the positions. LeBron has more covered.
That's what. Yeah,
I don't even agree with the fact the other 2. Yeah. The only position LeBron has a better chance is center because of his size. That's it. That's the only position.
A better chance?
No,
SF,
no. SF, no.
Guys.
Dude, how can you say SF when Anthony Edwards like
hypothetical?
Who's guarding Tatum better, LeBron or Edwards?
Edwards, 100% easy.
Wow.
Who?
Edwards is guarding Jason Tatum better than LeBron James.
Yeah.
No way.
No, we're not doing that. Come on, bro.
I don't know how you guys can argue that LeBron will. Like, it's a perimeter player. LeBron is slower laterally than Anthony Edwards.
But if so,
you
think
that
too,
so it's gonna
do you think that Ant would stop Jason
doesn't matter age. 100 doesn't matter. I'm taking into account his 41-year-old age.
At 100.
I'm not saying 41-year-old LeBron with like 10% stamina. I'm not talking about 41-year-old LeBron with 10% stamina. This is 100%.
Okay, but
but it's not gonna be 100% the whole game.
This whole argument's happening.
That's what we're okay.
He literally did that in game 4 where he played like 50 minutes. He literally did. He showed at like 47 minutes.
And he got tired, right? There's a point where he had no legs,
bro. He was
because he was playing inhumane amount of minutes. Like nobody plays that much.
Like 30
okay, but nobody plays that much. Nobody's supposed to play that much.
30 minutes of LeBron defense.
Literally, the last 2 minutes of that game was LeBron stop. Like, this is crazy. And this is the exact situation.
Nobody said he doesn't play defense. We're saying Anthony Edwards is better.
You're saying at the 48 minute, or you're saying full game. LeBron at the end of that game, he played 47 minutes. He had stop.
Okay, just say 30 minutes. 30 minutes is still of Anthony Edwards is better than LeBron. Like it's
at that 47th minute, LeBron got 3 stops. We don't want to talk about none of this. The 47th
I'm saying that 100%. I'm not as a totality. I'm taking Ant in total, like as a whole season and shit, over LeBron defensively. But I'm saying if we're gonna say 100 for 100, like everyone's trying their best, because LeBron's just not gonna try his best the whole time.
How long is that gonna be for? One possession? Like okay.
That was the argument though. That was the argument. You said even on the 1%, 100% for 100%, Ant's better, and I just don't agree.
I still think Ant's better. Besides centers,
power forwards, small forwards, what?
No, small forwards.
Like, power forwards still 6'10". Like
you guys, I don't know why you think small forwards is an easier job for LeBron to guard.
Davis is Davis.
Small forward?
Is Edwards guarding good on Davis? Answer that.
He's a power forward and a center.
You guarding KD? KD's a small forward too.
I think Edwards has done a good job guarding him in the past. We saw that shit last year.
Tatum too. Same with Tatum.
We've been going for 2 hours and a half. Can we? I need to go to bed. I have to get up
we've had a lot of heated debates today.
Yeah, I actually have to get up in the morning. That's the only reason I'm rushing.
There's a lot of 50-50s in the convos today, like halves.
Yeah, it's playoffs. It's good. That's how it's supposed to be. That's a sign of a healthy league right now. Is that it's so
playoffs?
Oh, but we didn't talk about this, but the playoffs are really exciting though. None of us said this. But they haven't.
We talked only about the playoffs.
No, yeah,
we just didn't state
about the playoffs, but they have been very.
Oh,
exciting.
I see. Okay,
that's
what
you didn't say.
We didn't talk about the playoffs being exciting.
Like, bro, the Pistons games today, my heart sank when what was it? Beasley who dropped the ball, or Tim Hardaway? Dog, my heart sank when he dropped that pass. I was like, no. And
that series was really good.
Oh, the Pistons were down by like 12. They came back. They were up like 7 or like 5 or 7, and then they lost, dude.
Yeah, I was so mad. I actually wanted Pistons to win that.
I wanted Pistons to win so bad.
I wanted the Knicks to win, to have a better series against the Celtics.
Yeah.
This year's been pretty good so far, especially besides the 1 and 8 seeds, obviously, but them dominating the way that they've been dominating is really good.
It's been the most watched round 1 in like 20 years or something.
I heard that.
Sure
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
round
that.
2 is going to get better though.
You think?
Yeah, because the teams are closer now. The matchups get closer.
Now we can see if OKC get tested, Cleveland gets tested. We'll see if that.
I hope to God OKC lose.
Celtics will get tested too, like at least something.
Yeah, we'll see where they lie.
W pod, gentlemen.
All right, I'll wrap it up for this episode. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you drop a sub. If you're watching this live, go ahead and do that for us right now. But anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the BDL podcast, and we'll see you on the next one.
I gotta get up at like